Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists.
Hustling. Every day I'm 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 hustling.
Because you thought tonight's crowd was pretty crazy, 80,000 in Australia. But
The crowd doesn't win fights, I do.
WBC, the lightweight champion of the world.
you ever been in Australia?
No, I never did, but I look forward to it. I want to go pick up some belts out there.
Didn't have to sell a chain to make a fight. All we got to do is make that flight. You gon' hide behind them jugs, but Lord Debbie Haney gon' stand above. I'm serious, George Gambosi. Go!
I'd like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Australia, everyone.
I want to show all my experience, everything that it took to get to this point. I want to show the world.
Who's the best young fighter in the game?
Me, by far.
For the 54th consecutive round, Devin Haney has outlanded his opponent in total minutes.
He can hit the mitts, he can hit the bag all he wants, but it's different when you're in there with Devin Haney.
Gambosi, you in trouble.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You said a lot. You did a lot. Tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Pussy!
I'd fight you in your backyard if I had to, because I know that I'm gonna beat you. And you'll see June 5th.
Wow.
The universally recognized undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin "The Dream" Haney.
SDS Promotions.
Yeah! What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are here to discuss Edgar Berlanga, the monster, and Daniel Jacobs, the miracle man, New York City's finest. Sources tell the Boxing Voice that Edgar Berlanga and Daniel Jacobs will, it's in play. Let's use the words from the greater journalists out there. It's in play. And, this fight could take place June 10th for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Something I've been wanting for Edgar since he has been out here. It's sad because I wish I had actual dates and timestamps when I say these things so I could just be like, boom. Remember I said that certain episode, blah, 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 blah. I've been wanting it for Edgar for a while to fight in Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Now, from what I researched, the Puerto Rican Day Parade falls on the 11th of June this year, so this fight would have to take place on the 10th of June. Edgar from the BX and Jacobs, obviously, from Brooklyn. So this makes sense. And we talked about this a little bit as a slight possibility the other day once he did sign the 3-fight deal or the multiple fight deal with Matchroom. We considered this, but I quickly brushed it off because I said to myself, these are two fighters that are managed by the same manager, and why would the manager pit them against each other? But it looks like it's a possibility and a huge step up for Edgar. Let's be real. Danny definitely beat, and now we have more education of that WBA title. So we would have to definitely use BoxRec to see did he win the regular, because I'm pretty sure Gennady Golovkin always had the super. And that's why he and Jacobs had allegedly consolidated, which is hilarious, bro. If you go to the articles, they were consolidating, and that's why Jacobs was fighting Golovkin. Look how many years we are, and there's still an interim in the 160. It's crazy. I mean, not an interim, but a regular. But let me go ahead and check this out on BoxRec because I know Jacobs beat Peter Quillen, who was the former WBO champ, and there was some sort of title on the line for that belt, plus a Brooklyn belt, right? So if we go back to the Peter Quillen, and you know, shout out to Quillen, that basically retired at this point, but you know, at least in a position that he could retire. So Quillen was 32-0 at the time, and they were fighting for the WBA world title. So that's not the super, right, Danny? It would say super?
They fought for the regular.
Okay. So then obviously Jacobs won and defended versus Mora and fought Golovkin. And obviously, you know, didn't fight for the IBF because he didn't make that weight same day. You know, he chose to opt out and go for the win and be the bigger man and still didn't get that win. So he loses that. So no more belts, no more belts, no more belts. Fights Derevyanchenko for the vacant IBF. Kind of in this same situation again. You know, Derevyanchenko was a stablemate. They trained together. They sparred together. Gary Starks was Derevyanchenko's head trainer, but Andre Rozier was the second, and vice versa for Jacobs.
Yeah.
It was Andre the head and Gary the second. And here's the same opportunity where, you know, these guys, and maybe you can do a Google search, but I think maybe Sergey Derevyanchenko is also managed by Keith Conley.
I believe so.
So he's been in these situations, and I believe he thinks he knows how to put them together. So the possibility of Jacobs Berlanga in June seems to be high probability. So Jacobs becomes a champion there again, making him a two-time champion. He fights and loses to Canelo, comes back versus son of a legend Julio Cesar Chavez, and hasn't won a title since then.
He is indeed with Keith Conley.
Shout out to Keith.
Sergey, that is.
No, I know. Yeah. I know. But yes, for the people we were trying to figure out, shout out to Keith. That shows that he really knows how to speak and come across to his clients, man, because they're understanding the bigger picture. And that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. But how do you feel about this fight? Is this what you expected? Did it exceed your expectations?
I'm going to be honest. This exceeds my expectations.
Mine's too.
This exceeds my expectations.
I feel like with all the slander Top Rank did about Berlanga not being ready in their eyes, this is a big-ass jump. Like, you would think whoever signed Berlanga is going to at least, you know, not necessarily listen to Top Rank because obviously Berlanga wants he wants to be moved at a certain pace, but, you know, there's a lot of people we could have found for Berlanga from Angulo to Jacobs. You know, but
I agree. Yeah,
I guess we're going to have to do a simple poll who wins and how.
Like I said, I agree, and for me, not just does it exceed my expectations, I'm honestly going to be surprised if they go through with it, you know, but
oh, really?
Yeah, you know, I think this would be a great second fight. Like, get Danny a win, get Edgar a win, you know, in front of the Puerto Rican. Cause look,
I mean, but if you want a main event,
think about it.
In
like,
June,
Edgar is already gonna sail with the Puerto Rican Day Parade. His Puerto Rican people gonna come out and see him. His return to the ring. He ain't fought in a minute. He already gonna sail, but
is he gonna sell out though? Look at Tank Barrios. That was almost 20,000. What was it? 18 something?
Well, our sources said that his dates for the Hulu, if he fight Jacobs, that's definitely gonna be in the big room. You get what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. oh, you're saying that the little room, he was slated for the little room.
Yes.
Oh.
That is 1,000% what we were told. So
oh, okay. So they're only shooting for the little room. That's like 4,800.
Yeah.
Or 4,400.
Yeah. But obviously, if it's with
Tickets,
Jacobs,
4,400 tickets.
if it's with, I think it's close to the 5. If it's with Jacobs, it's, it would have to be the big room.
No, of course. Of course. But I didn't, shout out to Hardin. I didn't hear that part about the little room.
And
why would they do Jacobs there?
No, that's the thing. Listen, Edgar's date for June is for the little room.
If they can get Jacobs, you saying they're going to, then it'll change to the big room.
Yeah.
So, and Danny's like a free agent, Daniel Jacobs. So that made sense. Are there any other free agents out there? Because you're saying, little room if Jacobs doesn't take the fight. Or if the fight can't be made for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
If the team, the father, the trainer, who's K? It's K now, right? Damn, we was just talking to him, was it? It's not K?
I thought it was, I thought he got back with Unc.
So who's on?
Andre Rozier.
Oh, word?
Danny Jacobs?
No, Berlanga.
Oh, Berlanga. Yeah, K. His father.
And we were just talking with him.
Yeah.
Damn, man, he was candid that day. That was a rare occasion.
Nah, we just got to get in there more.
Nah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
What's today, Wednesday?
So I'm on Edgar Berlanga, and I'm going to screen share this. This is his box rec, so because we want to go to the world rankings and see can we find any free agents or matchroom fighters available for Berlanga for that little room. And Berlanga is, what was he? Number what? I'm glad I'm on a delay over there. He's number 12. This is why I like Safari. You don't get all these pop-ups, but whatevers. So, Gongora. But that's a difficult fight, bro. Only one dude, I believe, beat Gongora. He's a decent boxer. He became the IBO champ, but he was on the zone. He already fighting Chris Mabili. It's a wrap. If Mabili stops this dude, he's the goods. He's got the power. He got the power for real. Yeah, see, Mabili only lost to LaRon Richards, man, and he's decent. I mean, not Mabili, but Gongora. Damn, so Gongora's off. What the chat thinking? Cause Danny done messed it up. I ain't even hear that part about the small room.
Bro, that was like one of the first things they said.
Or
you just you want to hear what you want to hear.
Nah, I got a co-host for a reason. The fuck? Whatever I miss, you scraped up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Damn, where my comb at?
Damn, champ.
So yeah, anyway. Oh, didn't we see this dude fight? Let me see. But he from Russia. No, we haven't.
Is Golden Boy making the Shane Mosley Jr. fight?
Shane Mosley Jr. with who?
Edgar.
Psh, that would be official. No way. I don't even think Mike Leonardi, would you think he takes it? Like, how much is Mosley's name worth to him? Because they didn't want to pay. Well, that was Top Rank though. But we could start with that though. Rosado was looking for $300. What's Mosley looking for? He beat Rosado.
Smaller name though.
Mosley is a legendary name.
Yeah, but I'm saying we ain't seen him in those big fights like we've seen Rosado though.
You're right. But that's why I bring the son of a legend in. I'm the son of a legend. That's what Rosado has in TV experience. I have and my father being in the stands. My father could be in the corner. This is entertainment at the end of the day. They're like, can you ensure he comes? I don't know, man. I mean, look, Shane is 18. That's crazy. They dropped him one.
My heart.
I mean, he's with Matchroom, though. I'm sure. Let's go to the UK, right? I'm sure Eddie could find some dudes out there. So Eddie got John Ryder. I never had heard of Zach Chili. You heard of him?
Nah.
He's 13-1-1. And Zach Parker, I think that he's coming off the loss to Ryder, but that's too quick a leap. If you beat him, now you on Ryder Canelo level in the eyes of the public. That's too quick a leap. Don't get me wrong, Jacob's probably a tougher fight than Zach Parker. But Zach Parker got power, and he's younger, fresher. Jacob's on the back end. Would they do? The thing is, you can't. Could you really do a UK dude in New York City? It got to be some sort of Latino, right? Or you gonna bring a dude from the UK? Because maybe I'm looking in the wrong pool.
Yeah, I think let's look. Well, you should just do global, and then, bro, we'll pick.
We was on global. Man. It's tough. We was on global. It's tough. It's tough, bro.
Ryota Murata has announced that he is now retired from boxing at the age of 37.
And I was waiting for somebody else to hit him up. I guess Gennady got him. I really wanted Canelo because it would have brought me out there. Look at all these ads they got. This is crazy. How do I even use this with all this? Insane.
Bro.
What up? Yo, and look, Mark Efron was a dude I was looking at, and then I tell myself, yo, I'm looking at the UK dudes. But look, Gabe Rosado's right there at 22, but he's at 75 right now. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Maybe it is Mosley, but then they got to do business with Golden Boy. And you know that Eddie, Matchroom wants to be the lead promoter there. You're probably going to have to go deeper than the first page, bro. You want to go under. Okay. Chutinov. I like Fedor Chutinov. That's a good loss. He could win, he could beat him.
Not a name though.
What? He fought Groves. And he beat somebody. I forget, but he beat somebody. Who's Tatagi with? You think they'll do that? That's tough. Tatagi a puncher. 32 years old. He ain't that old. How old was Jacobs when we looked him up?
Let me pull him back up. Hold on. Danny.
Yeah, the producer's saying Billy Joe Saunders, but that's not an option. I just seen something where Billy said he even needs a tune-up for Liam. So he's not ready to just jump in there with Smith.
Danny is 36.
Danny is 30. See, so he's been out the ring since when? Because Tatagi last fought 2022 December.
Ryder, since the Ryder fight.
When was that?
That was, hold on.
Because Tatagi just fought last year, December. He fresh.
Ryder fought in February.
Of last year.
Yeah, so it's been a year
Ryder's
already.
out the ring longer. Jacob's out the ring longer, so that's better for Berlanga.
Yep.
This guy, Tatagi, he just fought. I remember that, Vladimir. Man, Shishkin took hella punches. That's a Salida fighter. He took hella punches. This was the Frank Martin card. Yeah, I mean, you could take Tatagi off a loss. He just fought Romero Angulo, which was 39, so they might keep him. Isaac Chilemba. Now, this dude is tough, though.
He old, though.
He 34. That's younger than fucking,
Get out of here.
I know, insane, right?
Damn, how old was he when Ward fought him?
Bro, that's insane. I mean, he might have a fake birth certificate.
Oh, my goodness.
That's crazy.
Is he Cuban?
Could he have really been 24 when I was watching this dude? That shit gotta be fake. Bruh, that's crazy. That's crazy he's only 34, but that's a great name. That's a great name, honestly. Chilemba's been in there with Tony Bellew. Look, with Chudnoff. Bro, he's in there with everybody. Everybody. Caparello from Australia. Look, guys, Vazdek, Kovalev, Elderly Alvarez, everybody. But look, Denis Grachev, everybody.
Well, I thought he fought Ward.
Nah. He fought Adonis. I think Adonis knocked him out. Look, he even fought the South African. Whatever happened to this dude, Thomas Ostuzian, bruh? Fucking HBO. They know how to soup you up. Look, my man got his ass. Oh, wow, he moved up the cruiserweight and fought Tobias Minchu. Oh my God, why they saying Spike O'Sullivan? You kidding me? Spike O'Sullivan, when the last time he fought? And what weight?
That would sell in New York, though.
Because he's Irish?
Absolutely.
What's his weight?
I mean, he was fighting at 60, you know?
I don't know. Last time I seen Spike, wasn't we in Dallas or some shit?
Gary O.
Or were we in L.A.?
Sullivan.
I took pictures with Spike.
And that mustache.
Damn, they said Yavani Yeardham. Why? Y'all funny, but that is a good name. Chris beat him, so the UK knows him. Canelo beat him, so America knows him. That's a good name. I ain't gonna front.
Spike.
What would Yeardham do, though?
Spike fought May of last year on the Tink undercard and got knocked out by Law in the 8th.
Perfect.
And knocked down in the 4th.
Perfect. You right. That's a good name. If you need them Irish people. But what is Yeardham? He's Yiddish?
No, Yildirim is from Turkey. He's Turkish.
I don't know. Does New York have a big? I don't know.
It would help.
Damn, they said Terriano Johnson, bro. But ain't he been out so long? How long he been out?
I ain't heard that name in a minute. Y'all bringing out the Golden Boy specials.
Bro, I got to check that out, though. I need to see how long Terriano been out.
Yo, Avni's name is Mr. Robot.
Then Terriano need a new fight, bro, for real, because you Google him and only thing come up is his split lip. Who did that, Adames or Johnny Ben?
Oh, no, you can't do Yildirim, unfortunately.
Why? He suspended?
Bro, he just got knocked out.
By who?
A guy named Yusuf Yangul.
All right. What month?
May of last year.
Okay. We get him a tune-up. It don't even got to be on TV. He just got to go into the June fight in the green.
He can't win at home. He got knocked out at the crib.
Bro, he not coming to New York to win. If you wanted somebody to win, let's do Jacobs in the big room. You the one started this whole fishing pool for another fighter.
Bro, first of all, let me tell you, because you just taking it for gold. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a done deal.
Ain't nobody said it was a done deal. I opened up the show saying this was a strong possibility.
Yeah. You know, but you know.
And that's why we went fishing, because
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't like the probability of it, so we went fishing for someone else.
I think it's gonna be too good to be true. Cause that's like you said, it exceeded both of our expectations. That's all.
I don't think that they can spin that to Matchroom as a 2-fight. Like, oh, give Jacobs a tune-up plus the Berlanga fight on Matchroom. You think Conley can do that? Because that's the only thing. That's the only thing that holds it up. Then, so if he can't do that, it's either, bro, we got this offer for you. Nobody else is calling you. They didn't re-sign Daniel, from what I know.
Yeah, he ain't fought in a year, so it don't seem that way.
All right, so it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure if he makes a legit comeback, the Charlo fight is always there. And it's perfect for Charlo at this point. He's what, 32? Jacobs is 36.
Yo, I heard he's returning in June, right?
I don't know. I don't know that account. Who is that account?
Okay.
I don't know that account. I've been around for a minute. I never heard of that account. Who put that in there?
Oh, I see somebody post it.
Let me check who was the poster.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Lemieux did retire.
Get him out of retirement. Get him out of retirement. Bruh. So that was Amin. You got to stand up for your peoples, man. You put that in there. I don't know that account. I can't be quoting that. So let me see where we at with this poll. Oh, they got Daniel Jacobs by decision up heavy. Oh, he going into this as an undie. As an underdog, huh? That's how y'all doing it, man?
But if y'all tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you are subscribed.
Yes, sir. We are going to open up these phone lines. And looks like we got Twitter Spaces popping.
It sounded like some military shit was about to go down.
Right. I honestly, I wanted to let it play because it
bro,
felt like
you see
a theme
me?
song.
I was ready to start saluting and shit, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. I thought it was some militant shit was. Yo, my dad's from a small town it's like an hour outside of Monterrey. And then my mom's from Zacatecas. Brandon says Spike O'Sullivan is my final answer. MEZBX says Steven Nelson is my choice. That's a great choice.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to do Steven Nelson. But he is a free agent. And, the green print is the same for a Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? You put him in there with a Mexican or an African American, and you're going to get a turnout. That's just how it goes. So, if you put him in there with Nelson, I think they still could do the big room. Nelson is obviously not as known as Daniel Jacobs and not from the home state of New York like Jacobs. But I think the undefeated records, the punching power, maybe. I got Brandon Maurice, who's a contender for 24 months, Porky Medina, Jesse Hart, Zach Chili. Those are his options. I never heard of Zach Chili. I'm shocked that he brought him up.
Zach Chili. David Calera. So that's where the airport located. So if you ever flown in there, you flying into my people's town.
Yeah, they not doing Berlanga Pacheco, not yet anyway, because Pacheco got a fight versus somebody Cully. Not Gary Cully, but the other Cully. It's a bunch of them. But yeah, we got Discord open. All you gotta do is request to speak, like my man King Born in Brooklyn. What up?
Hey, yo, y'all hear me, right?
We do.
Yo, listen, man, y'all know how I feel. I've been running up and down, Chicago, Wisconsin, Ohio. I love my TBV comrades. I love my TBV live chat comrades. Let's get to the shit, man. First of all, you got Puerto Rico versus Trinidad, right? Because Danny Jacobs, Trinidadian. Battle of Brooklyn. I mean, that's a big event in New York for my Puerto Rocks or my Boricuas, right? Danny Jacobs, we know could box. Are they trying to put Danny Jacobs back on? Put him back on, shine him up, make him look good? For Berlanga, if they could do it, it still might only be 5,000, because where has Danny been at in the last 2 years, man? You know what I mean? So
Nah, Champ. Berlanga doing damn near 5,000 himself. That arena, the little room holds 44, and Danny saying possibly. I know Sergio Martinez did like 4,400 in there. Danny saying now they could scale it to 48, damn near 5,000.
I believe so.
He doing that shit. He doing that alone.
Let's be real though. Is Danny from Brooklyn? We don't think about Danny like that. You know, Brooklyn right now, we on shoot. You know what I mean? And now Spike's, now what they should have done was, if they were smart, they should have got Edgar Berlanga something during March 17th, during St. Patrick's Day, New York. That's a big ass holiday. Got Spike Sullivan, and then maybe they could have got him just anybody. They could have got somebody off the street for him for Puerto Rican Day. That's how they should have moved with it though. But like I said, y'all, I don't know, man. He a free agent. I don't know how this shit gonna go, man. I'm from Brooklyn. Everybody know that.
Who's a free
All
agent?
my New York heads in the chat. We don't know what we gonna expect from Danny.
Oh.
We don't know. I think Danny could beat him, though, if he just gonna box him, though. But what if Danny get knocked out by Berlanga? Then what? You gotta put him.
Then a star is born. Then a star is born.
I look at it as a lineup,
Canelo couldn't knock out Berlanga.
Yeah, but
I mean, Canelo couldn't knock out Jacobs.
Right. But we know Jacobs could box, though. That's one thing about him. He could box, y'all.
So that's the point. If Berlanga knocks him out, if Berlanga knocks him out, his stock rises.
Right, but as you lining him up, though, man, if you're gonna do a lineup like that, you gotta get somebody a little bit more. Who could you get at 160? Yeah, they said Porky Medina, Isaac Chilemba. The light Spike Sullivan, though, believe it or not. That'd have been a big fight during March. They could have got the Irish.
But why you don't like Jacobs? I'm shocked as to why you don't want Jacobs.
I mean, we got to be honest here. In the live chat, notice, everybody from New York notice, could Danny Jacobs and Berlanga sell out the big room? Could they sell out MSG?
Why not? Why not? That's what I'm saying. Why not? If Berlanga doing 5,000 by himself, how many is the big room? 18? 17?
20 maybe?
Right.
And why they got to sell it out? They can still do 12, 16,
15,
14.
Let me see.
16.
Let me see.
I mean, he gonna get busy during the
yes, if it's
that's
20,
a good.
if
that's
it's
a good time for him for
20,700.
Puerto Rico, but they probably gonna need another dance partner. That's gonna be really for the hardcores. That's really gonna be for the hardcores. But
Berlanga Jacobs is a big fight. It's a coming out party. Then you got to do the undercard. Eddie got good people to put on that undercard. Easy. Oh shit, we got the champ on.
You think he could put a co-main event on there?
I mean, he got the flyweight that just fought the Puerto Rican kid, so that's another Puerto Rican you could throw on as an opener. You know, I don't know if Jake Paul would get Amanda Serrano ready in time for a tune-up just to be showcased.
Right.
She could come get showcased. That's Matchroom, you know. And that's Puerto Rican. And I'm only reaching here for Puerto Ricans, but like you could still put on good fights. Like Richardson Hitchens is Matchroom. Put him on the undercard.
I was thinking that they could make a
Bruh, you could do
half New York thing.
You could do Amanda Serrano.
Let's see they gonna get Danny.
Danny
Let's see they gonna get Danny though. Let's see they get Danny, but if they don't get Danny, get Spike or Sullivan, because them Irish boys gonna go crazy for them.
Dan, so that's crazy. It's always your own. So you saying Spike will sell it out with Berlanga, but not Danny?
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
I'm trying to tell you. If you can't get Danny for some reason, give us Spike. Because Spike, everybody knows
give us Spike.
Irish, big shit in New York, man. Hey, see what we can do here,
give us Spike.
See what we can do here. Listen, hey, everybody in TBV universe, if you can't get Danny Jacobs, you get Spike Sullivan to make that shit go sky high like TNT, you heard? Facts.
Right.
Like I said, Las Vegas, love y'all, love the show. I want to hear what the other callers got to say. Hey, yo, Danny, keep doing your thing. I'm out, y'all. Peace. I'm out.
All right. King Amin, what up?
Hey, yo, salute King Vaughn. Peace, God.
What up?
Let me jump on here and keep it real New York, man. Yo, see, what happens is what King Vaughn wasn't trying to say is he hedging his bets because he's still trying to coddle Berlanga. He got that Al Sharpton matchmaking with the race baiting. He's like, yo, give him John Duddy. Give him Spike Sullivan and MSG. And truthfully, that's kind of like, yo, build them up. But you still building them on a false pretense. And I love this fight for Daniel Jacobs, right? So I'm even thinking like people are sleeping on Ness. You said it's always your own, but I'm thinking our own got power. Why are we not thinking Labor Day weekend in Brooklyn? That's when Brooklyn come out.
Bro, that's so far away, bro.
Yo, wait. I mean, but nah. It's just you not thinking like correctly. Remember this. They didn't sign Jacobs. They signed Berlanga, so it's not a Jacobs date. It's a Berlanga date. So what caters to Berlanga is Puerto Rican Day Parade. You don't cater to Jacobs. He's the B-side.
No, cool. And I love that. But here's the problem. He ain't gonna be the yo. Do you honestly think? And this is what I really call to say. Does anybody in their right mind think that Berlanga? There's no, and I feel the reticence. See, Bourne is like me. Bourne, if our man Danny Jacobs was our man and he was going to the fight, me and Bourne had the thing on us because we like, yo, we don't know if he's shaky dog. We don't know if he'll get knocked out. I feel you, Bourne, but not against Berlanga. I feel like his peoples would have to be there with it too. I just don't feel like the experience.
But that's the beauty. That's the beauty for Berlanga. He's going into the biggest fight of his career as an underdog. So if he wins, a star is born. Right now,
underdog.
Right now, they got Daniel Jacobs 41% to get the win. That means he's going to open up a favorite. That means Berlanga gets what he needed. He gets that fight that gives him recognition, that turns the people from being against him to with him. And he gets to do that in front of his people on his weekend. Bro, you can't write a better story.
You can't write a better comedy either, or he gets cashed out on Puerto Rican Day Parade.
And maybe that's a possibility. That's why it's genius by the manager to do it with Jacobs. Because guess what? If Jacobs beats him, you just breathe new life. You just breathe new life into his career. If Jacobs doesn't beat him, bon voyage, man. You had a nice retirement package. You a two-time champ. You fought a great fight.
And for all the Berlanga critics, I mean, that's a good step up.
This ain't no step up. This is elite. This elite. This elite.
It's not a step up.
This is what I'm saying. Step up is Zach Parker. This is a two-time champ. They could fucking box. Like that's what he does is box.
Right.
Like hell no. This is a huge step up if they make this huge.
No, I agree.
Huge.
I agree.
Well, make the fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could do security for Fat Joe or something when this is over, man.
And that's why I like this fight. Because look, you already counted him out. You already cashed in your bet with Jacobs. You bought the new car and everything. But if he beat Jacobs and knock his ass out, a star is born. Because Canelo ain't knock out Jacobs.
I'm not drinking this with you, Ness. I'm not drinking this with you, champ. I'm not drinking this with you.
I hear you. But how much credit are you forced to give Berlanga if he does what Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Derevyanchenko, Canelo Alvarez, and Peter Quillen could not do?
You know who I'm gonna give a credit, because I don't know if he's still linked. He was getting some of that Simmons kitty cat. I'm gonna give a credit to that Simmons kitty cat that Daniel Jacobs was getting that had him looking like
Russell Simmons. Simmons. Yeah, the daughter. You funny.
No, I'm tripping. I would have to give Edgar Berlanga 1,000% credit.
Of
but
course.
I'm willing to stand on that.
Of course.
1,000% credit. I'm willing to stand on that. And again, sometimes this is the adversity a young fighter needs to prove himself. And if he proves himself, Listen, man, you
Back
know,
against
my
the
daughter
wall.
half Puerto Rican, man.
Back against the wall. This is
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
he needed. Listen, people, before I got in this sport, they said, oh, I got to fight I rise to the occasion. Nah, man, I can't get up for that fight. This is the fight where he running 6 miles a day because he like, bro, Top Rank going to be mad as hell. I'm the new fucking Tito Trinidad. I'm the new fucking Miguel Cotto. When I knock this motherfucker out, the world going to bow down, and they will because nobody else has done it. He got the power to do it. And listen, I wouldn't be talking like this if I ain't see him in person. Before, I was always a Berlanga fan, but damn, when we got in person, bro, he as big as me. He as big as me. I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker big. He big. So if he be a big man like we wanted Joshua to be, you know, how well could a 36-year-old box? You know, Triple G slowed down too. Canelo slowed down too. You know, they fighting in the middle of the ring at 36. And that's the wrong kid to fight in the middle of the ring. He with a lot to prove, a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
everybody, and that's the thing. Everybody don't think he the good, so he got something to prove. He got something to prove. In my opinion, I love the fight.
Why?
I love the fight.
If he don't get Jacobs, if he don't knock Jacobs out, he loses the fight because he can't outbox Jacobs, and that's all I'm saying.
I mean, he under K now. He under K. He under K. They could put a game plan together. You know, they could stick a heavy jab. If you a heavy puncher, you got a heavy jab. He could be Gennady.
Wilder was up under Scott. We thought he was come back with a jab, and he went back to what he knows.
The problem in your comparison is Daniel Jacobs ain't Tyson Fury. Daniel Jacobs ain't Tyson Fury. So you giving, you know, Edgar Berlanga a whole different level of anxiety. I'm in here with an undisputed, you know what I'm saying, or at least 4-belt unified champ, lineal champ. You know what I mean? That's what's going through your head when you across the ring from Tyson Fury. I'm in here with the dude that beat out of Wilder. That's what's going through your head.
All I'm thinking is
when you in there with Jacobs, you like, yeah, he 36 years old. Oh, he ain't been in the ring in a year. You know what I'm saying? You think about the wrong things.
I'm more simple than that. You know, I'm thinking about if you a power puncher, you need what to set up your shot?
A jab.
That's all I'm thinking.
A jab.
Oh, and he's got to do that consistently.
He got one of the best coaches. He got one of the best coaches to come out the amateurs, man. What you talking about? He got K. Kimura, Karoma for the last, fight? So this will be a second fight?
They've worked on and off for years,
Glad
though.
to see you.
I got the answers for everything you spitting.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you guys
I mean, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Can Berlanga beat Rosado?
I wanted to know.
But would you be at least favorite? But would you make Berlanga the favorite or not?
I think I would favor Berlanga in that fight.
All right, and Rosado beat Jacobs.
Yeah, just because Rosado, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Rosado was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he's fighting at this point, but still, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against Berlanga. I'm against his lack of development to this point. But again, I like the fact that if I'm wrong, I'll be proven wrong against Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I respect that, man.
That's worth my DAZN. If they want my DAZN, if we talking a month by month basis, yeah, that's worth a month. Berlanga Jacobs. I'm promoting that. I'm helping them promote that. We're gonna get the word out. If you haven't already smashed the thumbs up button, go ahead and do so. Plus, I need you to go ahead and subscribe. We need about 150 more to get to our goal. And Isaac Chilemba just doesn't do it for me like the way that Jacobs does. Jacob excites me to new levels, and it can take Berlanga to a different level. You beat Jacobs, and you proven all your detractors wrong. You know, even a win, which is a win, is still a motherfucking win.
It is.
It's good enough. But a knockout, you knock out Jacobs, and and they need me to help them, you know, because the headline has to read, the man that knocked out the man that couldn't be knocked out. That was kind of whack. We got to mix in Canelo in there and GGG because they couldn't knock out Jacobs. They just couldn't. So if Berlanga does it, you gotta love it. Looks like we got David Maldonado, New York City. Are you going to this fight if it happens?
Turn us down. Turn us down.
Turn us down in your radio, champ.
All right, hold on. I got you on speaker. My technique. Let me turn it off real quick, my G. Hold on. Hell yeah, I go to Madison Square Garden to see that, of course. But that's not a smart move. They're going to sign this dude and they're going to get him beat in his first fight. Come on, man.
Another person that don't believe in you, champ. You gonna do it.
I'm gonna be real.
You gonna do it, champ,
like
just
Edgar
because
Berlanga.
nobody believes in you.
I want him to do it because he's Puerto Rican. But based on what I've seen, based on the fact that he hasn't been living a fighter's lifestyle, you know, he's partying without even becoming a world champion. You know what I'm saying? At least Adrian Broner waited until he became a champion before he started hanging out with rappers. Dad Judah waited. Edgar Berlanga was doing this before he was even a 10-round fighter, bro. He don't beat Shane Mosley Jr. He don't beat Gabe Rosado, bro. He gonna put him in there with Danny Jacobs and get stopped. Don't forget, Danny Jacobs is a veteran fighter. The guy can punch. The guy can knock people out, man. He can box. I don't think.
Bro, Danny Jacobs got knocked out by Dimitri Prague, man.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that.
All right, so his chin has a history at least. Berlanga's does not.
I don't care about that shit, bro. Mikey Garcia got dropped by fucking that Puerto Rican dude and Spencer.
Roman Martinez.
Yeah, exactly. That shit don't mean nothing. Sometimes you get hit with a freak shot in the middle of a fight. You're a human being.
Okay, it's a fight, right? So that means Berlanga could land that shot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, all right, anybody, that's the case, anybody got a punch his chance. Fucking the Piragua fucking guy can go in there and land a lucky shot and knock him out. Come on, man. Danny Jacobs is not getting beat by no Edgar Berlanga, bro. The safest fight for Edgar Berlanga, in my opinion, with a big name attached to it, will be Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I'll bet on Berlanga on that one. I'm not betting on Berlanga against Gabe Rosado. I'm not betting on him against Shane Jr. and definitely not Danny Jacobs. They should put Spike O'Sullivan with him. That's a good one. At least David Lemieux. Put David Lemieux in there. That's a dangerous fight too because he could punch. But I think Berlanga could take Lemieux right now. I'm not putting him with Danny Jacobs right away. Come on.
That's why I like this fight. That's why I like this fight. His back against the wall. None of y'all believe in him. And if he do it, y'all all gonna be jumping. Especially you. You, the Puerto Rican lover. You gonna be over here like, oh, he's better than Miguel Cotto. So anyway, you know your history.
No. Come on, bro.
What?
I will never say it's better than Miguel Cotto.
Why can't he be? Why can't he? So wait a minute. What did Miguel Cotto do in his 17th fight? Don't fucking give me that.
Miguel Cotto beat.
The child refugee crisis is.
He
not in his 17th fight. Not in his 17th fight.
Yes, he did.
I bet you go to his 17th fight.
Do me a favor, box.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Yo, he stepped up when he fought Michael Jennings. I don't got a fucking box rap.
Michael Jennings.
Yep.
Michael Jennings. Get the fuck out of here. Michael Jennings was a fucking champion that he took a belt from. What are you talking about?
And that's when he stepped up.
No.
17 fight when we fought. Nah, don't talk. He about to answer. 17 fight.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Nobody.
11, 12.
Nobody.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Nobody.
17 fight. He fought Demetrio Ceballos for the WBC International.
There you go.
Dimitri Ceballos is the guy that fought Floyd Mayweather, if I'm not correct. There's a Mexican guy that he fought, man. I forgot his name.
Come on, man. You trying to name drop fucking Mayweather to change the subject.
Bro, Cotto put this guy in retirement, bro. This guy was a Panamanian that fought in Panama.
It don't even matter. Go to his 20th fight. I thought it was 17. Go to his 20. Forget it. Edgar got 20 fights, so you got to go to his 21st. You got to go to his 21st fight.
18,
come on,
19,
bro. We doing something here. We doing something. Hold on.
21st.
21st.
He fought for a vacant world title.
Vacant versus who?
Against Kelson Pinto.
There you go. Pintame! Get the fuck out of here. If fucking Berlanga beats Jacobs in his 21st fight, that's a bigger fucking win than your boy Miguel Cotto. Jacobs is a 2-time champ with a solid fucking resume.
All right, no.
With a solid fucking resume. He got Peter Quillen. He got Dimitri Prague. He got Canelo, Gennady, Derevchenko, Chavez. Get out of here.
I thought you was trying to say he got a better. I thought you were saying he got a better resume at 17 fights now.
No, that's because you hard of hearing.
If he beats Danny Jacobs, that's a very good win for him. Absolutely. And
that's an amazing win. That's an amazing win. Who the fuck got that type of win on their 21st fight?
If he does that, it shows that he fights to the level of his competition. But I'm going based on what I've seen, just like y'all do. Based on what I've seen, I don't think he beat Danny Jacobs. Am I going to root for him?
I mean, I seen power. I seen power. I seen power. Y'all just automatically are eliminating the power because in the last couple of fights it hasn't showed up. And that's what y'all did with Plant. When he fought Ustatigi, I had him as an underdog. When he fought Ustatigi, people had him as an underdog. He proved to you there he had power. No, somebody I still ain't jump on the bandwagon.
Who?
It called me crazy when I picked him to go to decision. I know he ain't make it, but he almost made it. He was almost there.
Stevenson is the Puerto Rican great, man. That's it. That's how Puerto Rican.
That's your bias right now. That's your bias.
Shakur Stevenson.
If Berlanga beats Jacobs,
I'm with you.
You already know who's the next Puerto Rican star, man.
Danny, you with me, right, Danny?
I'm with you, champ.
Yo, Maldonado's gonna jump off the ship. You gonna jump off the ship as soon as Berlanga beats Jacobs. Then what you gonna say?
If Berlanga beats Jacob, I'm gonna give him his props. Come on, I'm not biased, but I'm gonna give him his props. I'm going based on what I see.
You gonna call him the next Puerto Rican great?
That's like asking me if Xander Zayas could beat Jamel Charlo. Come on, man. Same shit. I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm gonna call it how I see it, bro. I'm not one of them people that's just gonna go in there and root for you because you got a Puerto Rican flag. If Pedraza would have fought Tio, I don't care if he's Puerto Rican. I'm riding with Tio.
They ain't got enough money for Danny, man. They ain't got enough money for Garcia, right?
Who don't?
Garcia's the other Puerto Rican fucking Hall of Fame we got. Danny and Shakur.
You think they got enough money to pay Danny Garcia to come up to 68 and get murdered?
Bro, he about to.
Danny Garcia told him about fighting Canelo. You heard about that?
Yeah, I seen him. That's what I'm saying. So
he said he don't even want Charlo.
So it should be easy for him to beat Berlanga. Danny, listen to me. Danny is one of my best, favorite dudes out here in boxing. But he cannot be delusional and think that he is gonna get Canelo to come to 160 or anything under 168. It's not happening.
I agree with you on that, Nuts. He ain't gonna get that.
That
fight,
being
man.
said,
I don't even like the Lara fight for Danny.
That being said, if you think you could beat Canelo, you out here talking about Triple G and Laura. Come get this Berlanga fight,
I don't
June.
think you can beat Laura neither.
Come get this Berlanga fight in June. Puerto Rico versus Puerto Rico.
If we could squeeze Berlanga to 160, I got Danny.
Nah, what you mean squeeze, Bobby? What you mean squeeze? Show the world. See, people gotta keep the same energy.
Danny
When Laura was calling out Triple G, everybody like, oh, go up to 60 and show us you can't just fight Triple G. Show us you really a middleweight. So same for Danny.
Danny's the A-side,
same
bro.
for Dan.
Danny's
What?
155 Cotto weight. Fuck
bro.
155 Cotto
Passing of the torch. Passing of the torch, man. Passing of the torch. I like the Danny fight.
Beat the brakes out of Berlanga. Danny beat the brakes out of him, bro.
Would he beat the brakes at 168 though? He already was a little bit slow. Imagine at 6'8".
Danny got more timing though. Danny got better timing. You know what? Fuck that. Danny Garcia will beat Berlanga.
All right. Well, let's push it.
I think so.
Let's push it for June 10th, Puerto Rican Day Parade. Old guard versus the new. Passing of the torch or ripping of the torch. That's bigger than Danny Jacobs. That's bigger than Danny Jacobs. That's way bigger than Danny Jacobs. And Keith Conley, he worked with Al. He got Adam Kovnacki with Al. Jacobs is still advised by Al. Keith Conley could definitely call Al and make it happen. We just gave him an easy fight.
What I don't like what Danny said. What I don't like what Danny said in the interview. He said Charlo fight is not big. That he's wrong with that, man.
Which
Charlo's
Charlo?
fight
Which
would be a big
Charlo?
fight.
Who said
Which
that?
The only one that's relevant. Come on, man. So when I say Charlo,
I mean, but you know why it's not big to him. First of all, it's not big in terms of pay-per-view or nothing like that. It's only big to him in terms of belts. You know, being in the history books.
That fight could be big if they let Angel out. They take the leash off of Crazy Angel. Imagine Crazy Angel antagonizing Charlo. You know Charlo wears his heart on his sleeves too. Imagine him and Crazy Angel going at it in the press conference. The same way he did with Tony Harrison.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on. Diallo, I don't know if you know, so we'll educate you, but Shakur is most certainly, you know, Puerto Rican. Like, his father is Puerto Rican. Like, calling people desperate because they telling the truth. Like, the blood that pumps through him is 50% Puerto Rican. So maybe you should do your research, champ.
Exactly. That's like telling Adonis that he can't use the name Creed, but his father's Apollo Creed.
You silly.
That's your name. Remember that line? That's your name. Apollo's your father. That's your name, so use it. So Shakur's Puerto Rican. He can wear that flag. I don't care what the haters say.
Bruh, he come into the ring with the flag. What you mean? They literally,
Right.
I literally
and
seen
you know,
it.
Keyshawn's the one that put the bug in his ear too. Keyshawn was
He told us on the show. But listen, let me get to some other people, man. Phone lines is lit.
Say no more, Ness.
All right.
Have a good one.
I got the Ghost Boxing. What up?
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, so earlier you was asking who Zach Chelly is, right?
Zach Chelly, yes, I was. I never seen him fight. Not that I
Yeah,
remember.
so he just...
I'm going to Google him now because y'all keep talking about him.
Yeah, so he just beat Anthony Sims Jr. I don't know how much you rate him.
Oh, yeah. Dan, he the one that messed up your parlay. Somebody did a parlay called in and they had Anthony Sims and I'm like, yo, why would you do a long parlay next week with Anthony Sims? And he's like, nah, you know, I rock with Sims. Look, Sims lost. That's crazy. Because everyone else won.
Bro, you know that he is the lead model for the... Fuck, man. Boxpro just did a new line, a new collection, and he was like the lead guy.
Because he looks like Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah, it was Ali. It was like an Ali collection.
I mean everybody that looks like Ali get deals. Michelle Rivera, Robert Merriweather, Anthony Sims. It's like if you look like Ali, you want to act like Ali. We gonna sell some clothing around you.
Yeah, so one other thing I wanted to say, so before this week, I was kind of picking Jake Paul against Tommy, but after studying a bit,
what kind of studying you did? What kind of studying you did? Because I did some light studying too. What you do?
So I watched some interviews of like Shane McGuigan. He said he trained Tommy for a bit, and he said Tommy's got a good footwork, and he's got a good jab. And also Sam Jones, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He said he saw Tommy Fury sparring at 15 years old, knocking people out.
All right,
so,
but the issue with that is you're going off the word of two Brits talking about a Brit versus an American.
But they were just saying what they've seen in the gym. They don't really care that much.
But in retrospect, right? Think about when Josh fought Regis or when AJ fought any American. How were those interviews? I'm being honest with you, bro. Like, they don't pick against their own.
No, but the only reason I'm saying this is because we don't really know much about like how good Tommy is. That's why I was listening to these interviews.
I don't think he's good at all. His last 3 fights have gone to decision. Why?
Yeah, definitely.
If you're the real boxer, why are your fights going to decision versus dudes that no one has heard of? Then the one dude we heard of, he's not even a real fighter. He's just a great talker, Anthony whatever, Taylor. Like, he's not even a real fighter.
He's an MMA
like,
fighter.
Yeah, he's a fucking tough dude because his pro debut was versus Deontay Stubbs, but like, he's not even a real fighter. Because that's what they say about that's what they say about Jake's resume. Because Jake fought MMA dudes. So if Anthony Sims is an MMA dude, then he can't be a real fighter.
Yeah, that's why I was picking Jake. But then after hearing these people saying they've seen like Tommy in the gym, he looked all right, and
bro. They seen
because at the
Tommy in
end
the gym. They seen Tommy in the gym when one dude is talking about when he was 15 years old.
The other one was when.
And I seen some videos of him at 15, and all I seen him doing was flexing his biceps
Bro,
and traps.
look,
the dude thinks he's a bodybuilder.
Yo, we saw the fight. Like, he fought on Jake's undercard in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Looked
that's
like
why I was
shit.
picking Jake.
Looked like shit.
Yeah, that's why I was picking Jake.
I don't know. I mean, go ahead, yo, pick him. I'm not picking him.
No.
The
That's why
legend
I
of
was
Jake
picking
Paul
Jake.
has to live on. He can't lose to Tommy. Jake's
That's what he
legend.
said. That's why he's picking Jake.
Jake's legend has to grow with the name of Fury. If he loses to Tommy, it's a bad day for boxing because he's been helping the shit out of us. He's been helping us tremendously.
If there was like a bet where I could bet Tommy not to win by KO, I would have done that because I don't think he's knocking him out because he literally can't punch.
You could do that. Tommy not to win by KO isn't that Tommy by decision?
No. So either Jake to win by points, Jake to win by KO. So basically, Tommy not to win by KO. So you can win by points, but not by KO. But there isn't. That's what I'm saying. But that's like one thing that I can't see.
Yo, am I missing something, Danny? He says he wants to bet on Tommy not to win by KO. Doesn't that mean Tommy wins by decision?
Yeah.
I'm saying there isn't a bet, but that's why it sounds a bit confusing. But it's like Tommy not to win by KO, so Jake can win and Tommy can win points, then I win money. But obviously, there's not such a thing. I only said that because I don't think Tommy's got any chance of knocking him out. That was literally my main point. Yeah, that's all pretty much. Thanks for the answer.
I think he's saying he wishes there was a bet, like a prop bet, where he could bet that basically anything hits except Tommy winning by KO.
He could. You bet twice on fucking Jake the way you want, knockout and decision, and once on fucking Tommy by decision.
Or you just bet Tommy decision and Jake money line.
And let me tell you exactly, but the odds are so good for Tommy because he's such an underdog that like $5, not $5, but whatever you put on him by decision is gonna cover whatever you put on Jake, both decision and knockout.
Yeah, he confused the shit out of me.
He took me for a trip. Brandon, Cincinnati.
A trip in the short bus.
Brandon. Big Gucci Nick. Yo.
What up, man?
I hear you.
Everybody smash that subscribe. You know what it is, man. Best podcast on the planet, man.
Let's go.
Shout out Mark Danny. Shout out Nestor. Man, I like that Berlanga. I like that Berlanga versus Jacobs fight, man. That's a 50-50 fight as it stands right now. I feel like.
Jacobs, Berlanga, I think that's a tough fight, man.
It's a 50-50 fight because you got Jacobs, a bit out of his prime, but he still got that experience and skill. But then you got Berlanga with that youth and power, but he ain't got that, experience. So as it stands right now, that's a 50-50 fight. Each guy got their advantages. But man, that's a great fight. That's a really good fight. I also think Darrell's a good fight for Berlanga too, man. Coming off a loss.
Anthony?
Yeah, coming off a loss.
Yeah, no. I think that's decent. And again, the Keith Conley connection can make that happen. You could probably get Keith to talk to Al for that. He's got his ear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you don't want Darrell to get a tune-up fight and get his confidence back. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be a real dog fight if that happens, man. And then I would have to favor Darrell in that fight. But as it stands right now, Darrell coming off a loss would be a 50-50 fight for Berlanga, in my opinion. But he's got some options out there, man. Being a Puerto Rican, he's a rising star. He's got a little bit of recognition, man. He's gonna have a lot of people at his doorsteps, man. I don't think that Danny fight would be a good idea. I don't even want to see that fight, man. That's
No, I
way
want to see
Danny.
it. I want to see it. I just don't know if it happens first. But I definitely want to see it, and I don't think that he's like it would be too far of a leap. Danny hasn't fought in a year. We last saw Danny lose. Before that, we saw Danny in a fight where we thought he could have lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that's a good fight. I think it was more than what I was expecting. So we'll see.
Nah, man. I think that's too much of a jump for Danny to carry that power, man. To be effective at 168, I don't think he'll be able to hurt Berlanga at 168, man.
But
He'll be taking a lot of.
You do know he's been fighting at
Nah,
68.
he's talking about Danny Garcia, bro.
Oh,
You're talking about Danny Garcia, right?
Oh, I thought that's what Ringwalk was talking about.
Danny Jacobs.
Because Danny Jacobs is the topic. Garcia and others became options once people started to say, no way Berlanga Jacobs happens.
Oh, got you. Yeah, no, man. I'd rather see that Jacobs fight than that like Darrell fight, man. I'd rather see that Jacobs fight for sure. I think that's because we didn't see Jacobs in a while, man. He need to come back, and he's got something to prove because he's been looking bad losing the Rosado and shit, man. Ain't he lost his last fight too?
Jacobs? Yeah, he lost to
He
Ryder.
lost to Ryder, yeah, exactly, man. So he gonna be coming in there, getting up for this fight, man. He's gonna try to get that clout from Berlanga. Berlanga holds a little bit of clout on him too, man.
Yeah.
Chilling with Fat Joe and shit, man. But that's my call, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let y'all
Bro,
take
he
more
signed a
callers.
terror squad, man.
What happened?
I said he signed a terror squad. He signed a Fat Joe.
Well, that's still
Oh,
the same
no
as chilling
shit.
with Fat Joe.
Man,
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying. It ain't. I feel like you know what I'm saying. People see it like, oh, he just partying and kicking it. Like, you know what I'm saying. That's who he signed to. You know, just like we see.
I got you.
Just like we see, Shakur with Jay Prince, like that's who he signed to. So that's who they gonna kick it with, be around. But
yeah, I didn't know Fat Joe was in the game like that, man. To be honest with
I
you,
mean,
so I didn't know that.
he's not signed to him as a boxing manager. It's more like
entertainment deal.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment deal. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, get
Fat
his name
Joe
out
reached
there.
out. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe cool with Wayne. Now Wayne got a fucking cutout of Edgar in his house.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, champ.
All right, Big Gucci Nick. Brandon, Cincinnati, what up?
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
It should be tweaking sometimes. What's good with y'all though?
Same
I
shit.
Man, I disagree with everybody calling in. I think Berlanga stopped Jacobs. Jacobs a fucking scrub for real, man. I always said he was the most overrated fighter of our generation. He just capitalized off a cool little story about surviving cancer. But outside of that, he beat Peter Quillen, who was also overrated as fuck. And he had a tough fight against Triple G. When else has he really looked impressive? Like, he's never been that good to me. Then you get a gift against Gabe Rosado, and then you lose to John Ryder. I mean, Berlanga ain't great, but I just think he'll beat Jacobs. Jacobs he ain't it. Like I said, we fell in love with the story. It was a cool story. He made some money off the story. He dated some beautiful women. But outside of that, as far as in the ring, I can't tell you the last time I've been like, damn, Danny Jacobs look like he the truth. He raw as fuck. Just ain't gonna happen. Like, he can't beat Berlanga, and Berlanga's not even good. I would rather see Berlanga like they was saying, rumored to be Berlanga versus the Jesse Hart. New York versus Philly. Jesse
That's
can talk a
crazy.
little
I don't
shit.
even know why people still be asking for that fight. Like the last time we seen Jesse Hart on TV in a fight was versus Zuldo, losing twice. Like, why does he keep getting mentioned?
He had a couple wins after the two tough Zurdo losses, and then he lost to Joe Smith. But it's better than that. He'll put up a more resilient effort than Danny Jacobs to
I
me,
mean,
bro. Like I said, I
it
don't
ain't
believe in
better
Jacobs.
than Danny, man. Danny's a two-time champ, a bigger
I
name,
don't,
bigger
I
story.
won't give a fuck. I won't give a fuck
You
about
know,
no
Jesse.
two-time champions. He's
Jesse
not
don't even
good,
got
bro.
Jesse don't even got a win as great as Danny's ever.
What's the great win Danny got? Peter
Bro,
Quillen?
a bunch. Sergey Derevchenko.
Man, that shit was boring as fuck. That Derevchenko fight
Here
was
you go
trash.
trying to diminish. You asked for a good win. Now
And
it
who
was
the fuck is
boring.
who the fuck is Sergey Derevchenko?
Nah, he nobody apparently, and apparently
Yeah,
you not a
ain't nobody.
boxing fan.
He not nothing special. Give me Jesse Hart.
So
You can give me Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs not that good either.
Derevchenko is not special, but Jesse Hart is. Man, get your little silly ass out of here.
No, I never said he was. I think he a bit of a better fight than Danny Jacobs, bro. Have you not seen Danny Jacobs' last 4 or 5 fights? Motherfucker just not that good, family. I'm sorry. I get it. He beat cancer. Yeah, shout out to him for that. He dated Angela Simmons. You get props
I don't even know what you're talking about. My man won 2 world titles. Like, you sound like a complete
hater.
He won a
nicer word.
All right, man. Who he beat for them titles?
Nobody, apparently.
Yeah, I don't even remember. They give away titles in this
How old are you?
era. Like,
How old are you?
I'm old enough to remember he got knocked the fuck out by Prague.
Oh, well, if you remember that, you really a hater. Because if you could only remember the negative and none of the positive, because a dude that gets knocked out, then comes back and become a two-time champion. I mean, just read the comments anyway. I don't even have to say it. The people listening are calling you what you sound like.
That's fine. You think the people in the comment section know more about boxing than me? They don't even know who the fuck P-Rog is.
I don't know, man.
You know that.
I thought you knew until I heard this call.
Word.
Yeah. Jacob's just not that good, family.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And Jesse Hart is, but's never become a world champion. And he was with Top Rank.
They give out world championships.
No, you're
like
right.
They give out air.
Whatever Bob wants, or what's it called? What Bob ordered, what happened? Jesse got his opportunities at belts. He just couldn't do it. But you hating on Jacobs.
I'll take that fight. But I think Jesse would put up a better fight.
All right. Except he
but
hasn't proven it.
But
Jacobs
when my
proved it
man,
twice.
Hold on, Ness. I got the fight I really want. When my man touchdown. What's my man name? That fuck the Russian mob enforcer that retired Antoine Douglas. Kurt Cisse. When he get out of jail?
I don't think he coming home, man.
Man, I think he got like 10, 15 years. When he touching down? Oh, I'm on look.
I don't know, man, but you can't box in the Fed, so I don't think he gonna come back home like Kirkland. And he was already old.
If he touched down, man, that's the fight I want to see.
He too short anyway.
Man, he breaking niggas' thumbs for a living. He gangster. I fuck with him. But
exactly, B-Dog. They giving out belts these days, but Jesse ain't get one. Get out of here, Brandon. We got to get to other callers,
have a good one,
man.
bro. Y'all have a good one, man.
Ron Boy Fresh, what up?
Hey, Slim.
What up, man?
With you, all right. I sort of agree slightly. I ain't going as hard as my man before him, B. Brandon, man. But yeah, Jacobs to me is slightly overrated, but good fighter, and I like this. I don't believe we ain't mentioned this motherfucker, because remember we went through the whole list of the fighters he should be fighting. How the fuck we missed Jacobs?
Now we mentioned them, but we quickly dismissed it because we thought, yo, the manager. But now it's genius for the manager. You know, it's like, yo, I still win if they lose.
This is the perfect fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the perfect fight.
Word.
Perfect fight, and this lets you know, and I'm gonna have to recant what I said. I thought Cinnamon would fight Benavidez before he fight Edgar, but if Edgar dispatched Jacobs like I think he's gonna dispatch Jacobs, we gonna see Edgar Berlanga versus Cinnamon before Benavidez, and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because this is clearly if he fighting Jacobs, clearly Cinnamon is in a contract somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be. Because this shit is it's like shit gonna be like a perfect storm.
So you think he can knock him out or just get the win?
Yeah. I'm betting. This is what I'm betting. I'm betting Edgar on a stoppage. That's what I'm betting. I
Oh
think Edgar
wow.
gonna win the fight, but my money is going on the stoppage. I just think Jacobs will get stopped this go around, and I think it's a lot for Edgar wanted the spotlight. They gave him the spotlight. This is the perfect way to get you a spotlight leading up to the biggest light. You dig what I'm telling you? Because that's where he going. You see what I'm saying? I see where they going with this shit. And if he stop Jacobs or have Jacobs stop somehow, Slim, you're gonna get Cinnamon versus Edgar, Slim, and I'm betting on the stoppage though. But I got Edgar winning. I just think it's that time, and he hungry. At least he acting like it, and he getting paid. So he got everything. He got everything he wanted. So why won't you rise to the occasion? That's all I got to say on that. I just think it's the perfect fight, Mo, and my money on Edgar on this shit.
Alright.
Alright, yo.
As was shout out to Clarissa, says she coming on. I have oh man, I don't even know if I should go to you, bruh. My man's screen name is I Have Hate in Me.
Yeah, I don't know, champ. I don't need no hatred in the air.
It's early. We don't want to gang bang on bacon, champ. Like we ain't even eat yet. Like I don't know, man. Are you a good guy?
Nah. This casual boxing fan, man. It's just my burner account.
Oh.
But yeah. But nah, this is a great fight. But what I want to know is when did people start coming Berlanga fans? Now all of a sudden he's just top dog and Jacobs is overrated. Like where are we going with this?
Where you hearing that? Because the calls today have been exactly that. We had maybe one or two people call in favor of Berlanga. The poll is in favor of Jacobs, and all the callers are in favor of Jacobs beating Berlanga. Pretty much everyone is saying in the chat that Berlanga isn't ready. You know his back's against the wall on this one. I haven't heard any of the people. Where are you talking about? Like where are you seeing this at?
No, I'm talking about the previous caller. The previous caller was saying that.
Now that's just one caller though. That's what I'm saying. Everybody else, like, look at the poll. Our poll is 38%.
Oh, I gotta go peep the poll.
38% believe Jacobs wins by decision, and another 25% believes he wins by KO. Edgar 22% by decision, 15% by knockout, and that's over 530 something votes. So yeah.
Okay. Then I was wrong then because I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's a great fight. I mean, Danny's. I feel like Jacob's back is against the wall a little bit too because he went from fighting these high caliber fighters and now they're trying to see if he. I feel like they're trying to see if he can be that guy that's gonna dispatch the young buck, or is he gonna become one of them dudes that's like, gatekeeping and shit like that. But I feel like if Berlanga actually made adjustments like we said he should have, we could see where he's at, but I don't see him beating him. I don't see him stopping him, definitely. I don't think he hits harder than GGG. I don't think he has the skills of GGG or anyone Jacobs' face. But I think it's still a good step-up fight for him because he can see where he's at and he can stop listening to the yes man that's in his stable and shit like that. But, that's my call. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you calling in, champ. We got a bunch of calls we got to get to here on Blog Talk. Let me see. We got Joey in Queens. What up? Wrong one. Hold on, Joey. Here, I'm coming. There you go. What up, champ?
There we go. How you doing?
Calling
What's
in.
up,
What
guys?
up?
What's up? I'm really torn on this fight. I think it's a really good challenge for Berlanga because of all of Jacob's experience, former two-time world champ and all that. I think normally I would favor Jacobs because of the experience, and I don't think Berlanga's faced anything like him. And the two questions I have. One, Jacob's power hasn't really traveled up to 68, right?
Correct.
He hasn't really knocked anybody out. He's been okay, but he hasn't really hurt anybody. And number two, the storyline ceiling is higher for Berlanga. Like if boxing is going to be boxing, and we know what we're talking about here. If boxing is going to be boxing, and they're already talking about Berlanga and Canelo, you gotta, even if you don't want to, give the edge to Berlanga. You have to, because they want to go down a certain road, and that road's already going to end for Jacobs. So I think anything close, Berlanga gets the nod. Normally, I would favor Jacobs, but I don't think it's going to go that way.
So you like the fight?
I really do. I think it's a really good challenge for Berlanga.
Beautiful. All right, Joey. Well, thanks. Is this? I mean, you're in Queens. You're in Queens. Is this a fight you watch at home on the Zone, or do you go to the Garden and fill up the big arena?
No. I'm always at the Garden. I'm always there.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Would it matter?
And I'll tell you this. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know that Matchroom has always, they got to deal with the Garden, but it wouldn't matter if it ended in Barclay, would it?
No, I've been there too. No,
okay.
I don't care. Put it in the UBS. I'm closer to that shit. But I'm gonna disagree with you on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Berlanga being the next huge Puerto Rican star, because I think it's Xander.
I don't know, man. Xander's gonna be brought up the slower route. If Berlanga gets this win, I mean, the door is wide open. I mean, we've already gone back and checked Miguel Cotto's 21st win. It isn't as big as this.
Right. No, I heard all that before. I don't want to completely dismiss Danny and say he's overrated or he's past his prime. He just hasn't been active, and his power hasn't exactly come up, because he used to have a lot of pop at 160, and I don't know if it's traveled north with him. But I do like the fight, though. I would go. I don't care where it is. I think tickets will be relatively inexpensive. They should put it in the big room, though. I heard that argument before, too. Because I think you could get – I think Amanda and Katie Taylor had like 21,000 in there. So you could have a big crowd. I know Crawford's been there. I've been there for a bunch of Crawford fights. He's had like 12, 14. That's still more than 5 in the little room, so why the hell not? I'd rather put 7, 8, 10,000 more asses in the seats in the big room, and you know what I mean? And I always have a hookup, too, so
Me
I'll be sitting
too.
front row.
I agree with you.
And they got some fighters that they can put on that undercard for sure.
Richardson
Hitchens. They got the Puerto Rican kid, too, that just signed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you guys aren't there, I'll cover it for you.
All right.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to fight with Saquon. You're gonna have to fight with Saquon for that, because he's out there.
Yeah, you know my homegirl in San Diego, Bad Girl TKO.
Yes.
I think she covered a couple of small events for you. Yeah. She put me on to you guys, and that's my homie.
All right. Well, thank you, man, for joining us, Joey, and shout out to Bad Girl TKO for the connect.
Later, guys.
All right, brother. We got a bunch of callers. Remain patient. We getting to everybody. I am going through the Matchroom stable. Marilyn Rivas. That does not sound. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. Jacobs, the monster, Shadeja Green, Franchon Cruz undercard. New Jersey, Baltimore, they all driving up. They all coming. Let's go. That's the big fight. Co-main event.
Is June gonna be like?
That's more than enough time.
Cause she didn't even announce the fight with
That ain't happening, man. Everybody that's fighting April 8th, they fight got announced. So that if that's not happening April 8th, it's happening on another date, or it's not happening at all. At all. Okay, is Aaron Aponte, is he Puerto Rican, or he just sounds like it?
Nah, he Puerto Rican.
Hialeah, Florida. He might be Cuban and shit. Damn, 25% knockout ratio. I don't think he gonna make the cut. He's with Matchroom. I don't know. We're gonna have to check his box rack and shit. I'm gonna get to some calls, do this research in the back. But I'm just trying to see how many Matchroom Puerto Rican fighters they got that they could throw on that card, because I don't know how possible Amanda Serrano being on the undercard is. If I were her, I would take it. Help Edgar out, get a tune-up, one where you don't take all the shots you took in the Cruz fight. You know what I mean? Another little check, and it sounds about right. We got Mike in Texas. What up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Ness and Danny. I
What's
love
up
this
with you,
show,
bro?
man. I was trying to tune in to you guys. Hey, what I wanted to say was, I agree with you, Ness. I think Danny Jacobs versus Berlanga would be an awesome fight. Um, I'll be honest with you, I've never thought of Berlanga to be a good fighter. I think he's okay. I think they hype him up more than what he is. But Danny Jacobs is a solid fighter, man. I honestly thought, and I know some of you are going to disagree with me, which I thought that Danny Jacobs beat Triple G. I know they gave it to Triple G, but I thought he won. He outboxed him. And people know Danny Jacobs also in fighting Canelo and everything, and the fact that he went up to Charlo and he made Charlo look silly. You know what I mean? Charlo didn't even say anything to. And Danny Jacobs I think, is a really good fighter. So if Berlanga was to beat Danny Jacobs, I would give him his props. But the other guy mentioning Jesse Hart, I don't even know who Jesse Hart is. I don't think, you know what I mean. Like, and I watched boxing quite a bit. And for the people that were asking last time, I'm in South Texas, Brownsville, Texas. This is the most southern city in Texas, right next to Mexico. Some people were asking last time where I was calling from. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's all I wanted to say. Like, you know, I mean, I think it's a fantastic fight, man. You know what I mean? For Berlanga. And I think Danny Jacobs can beat Berlanga. And if Berlanga wins, I think it's more about it. It's more his youth. He's younger, and he might have a little bit more pop. Yeah, like you said, he's a big guy. You know what I mean?
He's big.
He is
Danny
big.
Jacobs is a solid fighter.
Bro, he was in our gym. He's huge.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he's big.
You know, I think the good fight later, which would be a badass fight, would be Munguia versus Berlanga. That would be a good fight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I don't think both of those guys are great, but it would be a solid fight for us to watch for the fans, you know. And on a side note, guys, I keep hearing that today's the day that they're gonna announce the Garcia versus Tank fight. Man, I'm off that weekend. I want to have some fajitas and shit and hang out with the friends and watch the fight. I don't think that fight's gonna happen, man. They keep
Bro,
saying it's
I hope
tied
that
and
fight
shit.
happens. We doing an appreciation night for that one. For sure.
I mean, think about it. We're a month away for a fight this big. Like, I mean, for us fans, like, we know, but
damn,
for
it
the
is a
title
month
fans, if they
away,
need to
bro.
promote that shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is a month away.
I mean, a month and a half. Over a month and a half.
Nah, bro, we got like 8
but I don't know, I
days
mean-
left in this
Exactly,
month.
over
Less
a
than
month.
that, 6 days left, and then you got 31, then 8. I guess
Then-
you're right.
then
It is-
15.
Yeah, yeah.
You
right.
think about it.
Not 15.
You would
Oh,
need-
yeah, the
you would need
15th,
a-
April 15th, not the 8th. I'm
Not
thinking the 8th.
Shakur is the 8th.
At least 2 press
Bro,
conferences.
but
At least.
But I will say this. It might be happening. Tank's here.
Yeah, Tank is here.
Tank is here, bro. I was in the gym
Yeah.
with him yesterday. He's here, so
No, I mean,
fuck
yeah,
else
I mean,
is he
I mean,
doing
I-
here?
I get that, but like we fans were
and
hyped
and
about
and the
fight.
fight
We
is
wanna
rumored
watch
to
the fight.
happen over here too.
In
Maybe
Vegas.
but maybe he's here for the
Yeah.
announcement. But why wouldn't they do an LA announcement?
I don't know, man.
I like that.
Well, I know he's here for a
Roger
bit.
Romano went up to him and shit.
I know he's here for a bit. Yeah, that shit wasn't like the way it looks, man.
What?
But I mean, you know, they
No,
make you know the headlines about
yeah.
that shit was pretty
I
cool.
appreciate that, you know.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. You know what I mean?
Them both being in the gym together and not having any beef. It was strange. You know what I'm saying? Like Rolly in the ring and Tank on the other ring, or Rolly in the front and Tank in the back. It was pretty crazy.
At the end of the day, man, 2 men, they fought. One was better, obviously. Tank knocked them out. They each got a bag. I mean, what is it? Why should there be any animosity? You know what I mean? Like whenever Mikey Garcia got beat by Errol Spence, I heard they were in a club, and I don't know how true this is. I think Mikey sent them a bottle or some shit like that to Errol Spence. I mean, hey, man, you know what I mean? You make some money, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And I
nah.
think,
You better
us-
send him
us
a
boxing
bottle. All
fans-
that money he made with Earl.
us boxing fans, man, we need to stop, this whole bullshit where you lose one fight and that's it. People stop believing in you and shit. I mean, I get it though. It depends on how you lose. But look at the UFC fighters, man. UFC fighters have a few losses and we still get some awesome fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a few boxers that we can say like Pacquiao and them that have some losses, but we still highly respect them. But nowadays, if a boxer has one loss or whatever, a lot of people are turned off by that, and I get it. You know what I mean? Because some of them are like, nah, this guy's just a hype job. But I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? Look at that guy, Lara, Mauricio Lara. That he just beat the guy from the UK, I believe. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. A good knockout. A good knockout. You know what I mean? And I think he has like one or two losses. I think. But anyways, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I love the show, man. You guys, I like that Danny's always kind of usually against what you're saying is, but you
because he a
guys
hater.
bring both a good Yeah, he's a hater sometimes. But you guys bring both good perspectives on things. You know what I mean? Really good perspective on things. So I enjoy it. It's always good to see things from a different perspective. You know what I mean? And
Appreciate
I'm
you,
just like
champ.
you, Danny.
Nah,
I
you
like
good,
I like the
champ?
stuff. All right,
Champ,
guys. You guys
nah.
have what going?
Bro, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's when people, get disrespectful that, eh, then then
Yeah.
then it's free game.
But thank you for calling
Yeah.
in.
Yes, sir.
Let me see here.
Thank you, guys. Later.
Thank you, brother. See who's next. We going out to
Who we got on the phone lines? 425-569-5241. Press 1.
Alan Rodriguez. What up?
Hey, how you doing, Danny? How you doing, man?
What's up, brother?
Good, good. Hey, man, honestly, people are really crazy saying that this fight is bad, though. Danny Jacobs versus Berlanga, man. Like, it makes complete sense, just like you guys said. And it's going to take place in New York. And, it's just, I got Berlanga winning as well because it is his first fight on his new contract. And he's going to be extra motivated. And he knows that if he loses, what he's going to lose, He's going to lose all the Puerto Rican fans. He's going to lose the A side. He's going to lose everything, So he's going to be extra motivated to win this fight in the position he's in. And he knows he has a slight advantage over Jacobs as well, His last performance wasn't good. But it's kind of, you can say the same thing for Berlanga as well because his last performance wasn't good as well. So I just think it's very dead ass even.
Yeah,
so it's a perfect fight.
I think it's a really good fight. Like I said, it was better. It exceeded my expectations.
Word.
Yeah, he's gonna be hungry. The All Sullivan fight, man, that makes no sense, man. The guy gets whooped every single fight. He has no fans. That's the fucking truth, man. He's not gonna bring out the people, and it's just not gonna be good for Berlanga. It's not gonna look good for him. What is All Sullivan gonna do for him? Nothing. If he beats him, he's not gonna learn nothing from it because it was too easy for him. You feel me? Like, he needs an opponent like Jacobs, man, that is gonna make him a superstar if he wins.
You got to think about it though.
It
He's coming off that suspension, that injury.
Yeah.
Who, Berlanga had an injury?
Of course, bro. He was in our gym in a fucking sling. He had surgery.
Man, I gotta say this. Y'all know how boxing is, man. People got their tricks sometimes, Maybe Berlanga did that on purpose, man. Maybe to take all that time off,
Wait out his contract.
Maybe he did buy him on purpose.
But
maybe he bit him on purpose, man. You know how boxing is.
Yeah, I don't feel like he bit him on purpose. I mean, obviously he bit him on purpose because he did it, but I'm saying I don't think he was going into the fight like, yeah, I'm a bite this motherfucker. No, I'm being for real. I'm being for real.
We got Xander Saez, Matias, and Berlanga, man. They're coming on top, man. Take care of y'all.
All right, champ. I'm still going through this Matchroom resume. Stable. And they updated because Berlanga's there. But I'm not seeing that many Puerto Rican fighters. Khalil Cole is from New Jersey, though. They could put him on it to sell tickets in Brooklyn. But New York City, that's close enough. You know, so even if that's not the televised undercard, that could be the before the bell. You still get those ticket sales. And still going. Montana Love, Richardson Hitchens would be a great fight on that undercard too. That could be a big fight, but they might think that's their own event. Montana main event versus Stevie Sparks, right?
Yep.
I mean, he got to understand that he lost, so he do go backwards.
But what about Richardson? Is he big enough to now headline as a Hulu against Montana?
I mean, do you really want a headline? That's a good fight to be on the undercard of, man. You making new fans there. I got Hawk in Maryland.
Yo,
Nikita Abali is from New York. And Rashad Mati is from New York. And he's with both of those with Matchroom. Raymond Ford's in Philly. They could bring him up. But I ain't really seeing the Puerto Rican names. Talk to me, Hawk.
Oh, what up, yo, Ness? And what up, Ringwall?
What up, champ?
Hey, man, ain't too much. I hope that fight do come off. I think it'll sell because I like Jacobs. I believe Jacobs fans will come out. Berlanga already has, his fans that he has now. His last few was like 5,000, like you say. But I believe that fight will sell real good in the big room. But I got Jacobs all the way. I wish they would give him a little warm-up, but if not, I still got Jacobs. I don't subscribe to Berlanga. I don't think Berlanga to me like the pretty boy Floyd Mayweather and Money Mayweather in reverse. He like got all the jewelry and the diamonds and the gold and all the contracts and the money before the fights. Like Floyd, when he was Pretty Boy, he got all the fights, and then he got Oscar, then he got the Money May, and then he got all the jury and the women. It's like Berlanga got all that now, like in reverse without the fights. So I'm banking that Jacobs will be just too experienced, and even if he don't get it to him, if they do that fight, I got Jacobs. Because for me, Berlanga looks totally confused after the first round if somebody don't just fall out. I'm just not impressed with him. I really hope that fight comes off because I want to see Jacobs come back and revive his career. That'd be great. So, I hope that fight happens. Great show. That's my call, TBV.
Hawk, Maryland, appreciate you calling in, champ. We're going on Discord. We got Adrian, the problem. Rowan, what up? Uh-oh. Looks like we got Shields in the building. Adrian, I'm going to have to get back to you. I got the GWOAT joining me.
All right, brother.
Champ, how are you? Thank you for taking out the time to come on the show.
Of course.
So how you feeling?
I feel good. I'm about to sit down real quick. Give me a few more seconds.
All right. So I obviously watched your latest interview that you did with Fight Hype. And
that wasn't no interview with Fight Hype. That was off my. I went live on my Instagram. And they
not yesterday's. Not yesterday's. The one before that, you did it with Jay Hardcore Boxing News, and then it was also uploaded to Fight Hype as well. He's an older gentleman from the DMV area. He asked some really good questions. He had got a lot of.
I know you're talking about. It's probably only one interview that I've done recently. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of interesting information. A lot of stuff that I obviously didn't even know. I didn't know that you picked up boxing kind of to help your dad live through you, and I thought that was amazing because they always say daddy's little girl, but you really lived up to that, doing it just to So yeah, if you could just give my audience a little backstory on why you got into it, so that they can hear the same.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought everybody knew that I didn't just pick up boxing. I was inspired to box by my dad. My dad did a 5-year bid in prison, and then he did his last bid of prison for 7. And he went to prison when I was 2, so I didn't meet my dad till I was 9. And he was just telling me how he loved boxing so much, and if he would have stuck to that, he would never went to prison. So I decided I wanted to box to make my dad happy. I didn't know that I would be naturally great at it. Had no clue.
And now you're definitely the greatest woman to have done it with so many accolades and in such a short time span. During that interview, I heard you saying that if you're going to be compared to someone, I don't want to misquote you. Did you not want to be compared to Canelo, or you feel like you have to only be compared to Canelo? How did I misinterpret how you explained that?
Well, from my knowledge, I do have more accomplishments than Canelo. I may have less fights, but I do have more accomplishments. Right now, we talking about breaking records. He's chasing breaking my records. He's trying to become undisputed, 2 times and 3 times in different weight classes. I've already done that. In the amateurs, I had 2 Olympic gold medals. Canelo did not have 2 Olympic gold medals. And I'm just speaking facts. That's not hating on Canelo. He's one of my, he's top 5 my pound fighters right now. But I'm just saying, as far as an accomplishments, I am the most accomplished fighter right now, above any woman and above any male. That's what I was saying. But I love his skills. I love how he constantly improves. And that's something that I look up to. Only thing I'm missing right now is the knockouts, if you're being honest. Like, me and Canelo, we had to compare records. He got way more fights, but I've been way more, I feel like, world championship fights. Or if not, that I'm getting close. But I've definitely fought against whoever the number ones were in I don't know how many different weight classes now.
Yeah, it seems like someone is always fighting a common opponent of Clarissa Shields. Like you've fought all the top names.
I have.
You have. So what's like since women's boxing is not as depth as men's, and like we just said, you fought all the names. What does the GOAT do now? Do you run it back with some of these females? Because obviously Franchon has now become undisputed. When you guys fought, you were both 0-0. I see that Raquel Miller is there. I know she's not as accomplished as you, and you dismiss her, but you guys have always had a back and forth. And in this sport, I like to say that every boxer needs a nemesis. Like Mayweather had his Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, and his McGregor.
Y'all got it all wrong. Y'all got it wrong. See, this is what I like about doing interviews. See, you interview her and that's her story. But I don't dismiss Raquel. I've sent her a contract to fight twice.
Oh wow.
So how do I, like that stuff that they're not gonna tell you. I can call my promoter right now. He'll tell you, yes, we sent Raquel 2 contracts to fight you years back. She said no. She cracked jokes about me fighting in 4,000 in front of 4,000 people, 4,500 people, 5,000. Oh, she's too good for that. She can sell out that. But she didn't have no belts at the time. I'm the only one with the belts. I'm the only one that's known. So wherever I'm getting the opportunity to fight these girls at, and I'm getting paid a great sum of money, and I'm fighting on main event as far as in Showtime, The Zone, HBO, then girls who haven't accomplished nothing shouldn't be turning down fights, especially for good money.
Absolutely.
I didn't dismiss her. I think I'm a great fighter. She's good. That's all. And I offer her the opportunity. First opportunity I offered because she was saying I was ducking her. Anybody that said that I'm ducking them, I won't smoke. I already beat Rick times in the amateurs already. I don't have nothing to be worried about her. Like I still watch her pro fights now. I'm watching all the girls who might be able to come up and have a fight with me. That's how world champions stay on point. So I'm not dismissive of her, but she took off a year and a half of boxing, not me. While she was resting and going through the loss of her mom, I was in the gym training, building up fights, fighting, traveling across the world and fighting. So I don't dismiss Raquel. She's a hater of mine, but her hate comes from her wanting to beat me though. Because me and Raquel used to be friends in the amateurs. She was my sparring partner 2012. 2016. We were actually still cool. She's the one who started the whole, said I tried to steal a camera from her and tried to steal some shoes and all this other mess came out of thin air. So that's the problem that she got with me. And then she started verbally attacking me every time she seen me. That's why the last time when I seen her up at Terrence Crawford fight, the day after I fought and I became 3-time undisputed faster than any other male or female in history. When I went to those fights the next day, Raquel was there and tried to think she was going to verbally attack me again. And we almost got into a fight. And the reason that we didn't fight is because she wouldn't get up out the chair. First, she was standing up talking to me. So I stood up and I said, don't be standing over me talking. I will whoop your ass. She sat down. She like, bro, it ain't even that serious. I said, yes, it is. Quit disrespecting me. You ain't got no belts. And the last time you seen me, her and her sister up in Vegas, they both verbally attacked me, talking shit to me up in Vegas. That's the last time I had seen her, like a year prior. So she already knew that if she said anything to me after that, it was on sight. Now when she see me, she don't say nothing. Damn right. Do not say nothing to me because I'm swinging on you. You already done crossed the line of disrespect already. You know, like if you want to talk some shit and we be respectful competitors, sure. But to keep thinking that you're gonna see me, you gonna like, and she's a nasty person. She's talking about something. You busted and disgusted, you ugly, you don't know how to dress, you a bitch. This is all what Raquel was saying to me, because I'm telling her, why is you mad that I'm on top and you not? We already sent you a contract to fight. You turned it down. But then she got to just going off, you ugly, you busted and disgusted, you don't know how to dress, you a bitch. Like, that was her talking to me. That's why Dimitri, and Mark and all them had to keep me from getting on her ass. So don't act like it's me. I can be cordial and be cool with anybody. But when you coming at me like that, like I ain't from Flint, come on now, stop it. That's why I don't like her. It ain't got nothing else to do with nothing. That's why I don't like her. She disrespectful. She try to throw rocks and hide her hands. She just won't be honest and tell people that she the one who started all this shit between me and her. Me, her, and Tierra was the 3 black girls the closest on the USA team. Facts. Tierra was my best friend first. Facts. I had to quit talking to Tierra because freaking Raquel always trying to she was telling her that I was being messy, I was being mean to her and all this stuff. And Tierra coming to me knowing she can talk to me about anything. She like, y'all need to drop that beef. Y'all need to be cool. Y'all need to help uplift each other. I'm like, sis, how the hell I'm gonna do that? And this girl is constantly disrespecting me. It's not possible. But she wasn't telling Tierra the whole truth. So Tierra kept coming at me, you know, telling me to be nice to Raquel and drop the beef and we need to stick together. And I just got tired of her always taking her side and not being and not listening because I seem like the big bully, but I'm not. If you ever heard me talking smack to any girl, it's because she came talking shit to me. Basically, I ain't never really just started talking shit about nobody. They always started it with me. So that's why. So that's the story behind that. But like I said, I don't dismiss her. She's a good fighter. What do I do next? Do I fight Raquel? Do I fight a rematch with Savannah Marshall? Do I fight Franchon Cruz? Who knows? Who knows? But whoever wants smoke can get it. But if Savannah Marshall want a rematch in the UK, it's just not happening.
So I was listening to I don't know his last name. His name is Ade from DAZN. He's one of their commentators, and you know he does his daily show. So I watched it, and he was talking about how you haven't proved that you're the draw that you're saying you are. That you're insisting for Savannah to come from the UK to America, where you guys did like 20 in the UK. Where do you think you can house the fight for you and Savannah Marshall here in America? And what do you think the gate would do? Like, how many people do you expect in attendance?
Well, you know, I haven't fought in the U.S. in over a year. So my fans from the U.S. have been starved. Like people think that people tuned into the fight from the USA to give the numbers that it had. It wasn't just UK people tuning in to see Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall, look at her following. She has 123K followers. Building up to our fight, she had 50. So Right. I have almost 700,000 followers. That's on Instagram. I got almost 150 on Facebook. And I got 2 different Facebooks. And then we talking about YouTube. I'm a big draw. And if we go to any fight here, when I went to Baumgartner fight, Wilder fights, Charlo fights, everybody there wants to see me fight. They all asking me for pictures. So people talking about something that I'm not a draw. No, people in America have not given women's boxing the opportunity to sell out these events. That's the problem. That's the problem. Like right now in my career, people don't even care about who I fight. They're gonna come because I'm gonna sell the shit out the fight, and then I'm gonna go on there and beat the shit out the girl. That's what people is coming for. So people talking about that I'm not a draw. Prove that. I fought in Jersey where I sold out 5,000 seats at the Boardwalk Hall twice. Verona, New York, sold out. When I fought in Flint before the fight got canceled, this was before COVID, 7,500 seats sold out for me to fight against Ivana Habazin. Who the fuck is Ivana Habazin?
She just won the purse bid. She about to fight Jessica McCaskill. But we do only know her because of you.
Exactly. And that's also that I lost 35 pounds in freaking 6 weeks to get ready for that fight after I dislocated my knee. So therefore, people talking about that I'm not a draw. Put me in any other arena. Little Caesars Arena, Madison Square Garden, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I'm going to sell it out.
And people can. So you think you and Savannah Marshall T-Mobile, or do you think New York is better? Because isn't it a straight flight for the UK people if they land in New York?
Shit, they got non-stops to Vegas too. Shit.
But which one is cheaper? I think New York is cheaper.
I mean, yeah.
Vegas is a non-stop flight. Detroit is a non-stop flight from the UK. And New York. They're all non-stop flights.
What would you prefer?
I ain't going
New York or Vegas?
It's my dream to fight at T-Mobile Arena. Well, to fight the. I fought in my pro debut under Andre Ward. Kovalev won, but I would love to fight there in the pros where people coming out to see me. They can bet on me. They can win money. Who knows what the odds will be with this fight? The odds were all for Savannah Marshall. All my people won so much money when I fought Marshall.
We won money on you. We won a lot of money, but we parlayed you with Bumgarner and another girl. It was 3-girl parlay and Richardson Hitchens, right?
No. You confusing the cards. We
definitely parlayed you with 3 girls.
We parlayed them when they fought in London. No, it was just her and Alicia.
No, one other person. One other person. It was a 3-team parlay for sure. But we made good money.
Maybe Devin, because he fought that day?
Probably.
We did all fight the same day, and also Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell fought the same day too.
Yup. Wilder fought, yup. Oh,
so, Champ, you've been telling Marshall to come, but I do want to say, the Zone commentator made a good case. It's like, look at Michaela Mayer. She's going back to the UK. Most women's boxings is happening in the UK. Is it not just their time right now?
Michaela is not Clarissa Shields.
Very true.
I'm in movies. I got movies coming out about my life, a biopic. People playing me. I'm like a living legend right now. So no, me and Michaela is not the same. Also, she's with Top Rank. She should be fighting, but she wants to make her fan base over there in the UK. I don't. I already have a huge fan base from winning the Olympics there and now also beating Marshall there. But like I said, I have a fan base here. And the only way that we ever going to put this nonsense to rest, people saying I don't sell tickets, when I've sold out 7,500 tickets and 5,000 already. Put me in a big venue and let's see the numbers. Then we can talk about what I need to do moving further. But for people just to make this assumption and just assume, it's actually kind of fucking racist to me, to be honest. You want to be real. So you telling me that Katie Taylor from Ireland can come over here and sell out the Madison Square Garden, but Clarissa Shields, born and raised here, with a bigger following, Olympic champion 2 times representing America, but I can't sell out? The thing is, we all need a dance partner. Savannah Marshall come to the USA, is gonna sell out. I think even if me and Maricela fought somewhere. It's gonna sell out because she's Mexican. When you have African American versus Mexican, big fights. USA versus Mexico, USA versus the UK. It sell out. And then it was a good fight. Both fighters have to be known. Savannah Marshall is known now because of me. Nobody knew who she was. Even with the amateur loss that I had to her, nobody knew her. Nobody knew her. It was me mentioning her. And then she flipped the script somewhere down the line saying that I was running from her. That's why I went to the UK. But when I went to the UK because she was talking shit, she was lying. And then they were, and also they were paying a lot more. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go to the UK. And she had one of my belts up at 160. When you got something that's mine, I'm gonna go and take it. I went over there and I took back my undisputed championship from her with the one belt that she had while I held the other four. Okay, so now that I'm the undisputed champion for the third time, you want another chance at being undisputed, you bring your ass to the USA. And when did she start knowing about business? She don't know shit about business. She didn't even know that we had a rematch clause in our damn contracts till after she lost.
It was a two.
So
So it was a two-way.
A what?
Two-way. If she lose, she get a rematch, or is it only if you lost? It was a rematch.
It was both of us. That's why she activated the rematch clause that she said didn't exist, but I knew it fucking existed. But it's the end. You go and look at an interview. She's like, "No, I don't know what Clarissa's talking about. This is it for me. This is all. I only get one chance at being undisputed. There is no rematch clause." This was her talking, and people interviewing me like, "So what you talking about?" I'm like, "She's really just uninformed. She doesn't know. Why would I go across the pond and put all my belts on the line against who they calling the knockout artist and the favorite and not have a rematch clause? And I know I can beat this, and I know I can beat this girl, but I can potentially get robbed and lose my belts.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't there be a rematch clause? I have a rematch clause with every fight. That's me being respectful toward the fighter, saying, you know what,
smart if you do business too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Marshall ain't smart. She didn't even know it was a rematch clause till after. So
now,
that's what I'm saying.
Being as though that there was a rematch in the contract, does the network play a part, or are you guys open to shop this fight to potential USA networks? Because if you fight in America, then I'm sure it won't be Boxer televising it, right?
It could be, and also Sky Sports can buy the rights to the fight to have it shown over there, just like ESPN bought the rights to our fight to have it shown over in America. So they just wouldn't have the gate.
And who do you prefer or expect to be your lead U.S. broadcaster?
What do you mean?
So if you fight in America and it's going to be Sky Sports in the UK, who's televising it for us? Are we watching it on Showtime or ESPN? Is Matchroom going to do it in America?
It could be
not
DAZN.
Matchroom, but DAZN, excuse me.
It could be DAZN. It's whoever we work a deal out with. Right now, we are in talks with many people, trying to see what all we can get done or whatever. But for her to think it's going to be in the UK again, I think it's just nonsense. And it's very...
But to make it clear, if they give you more money, you would change your mind again? Because the last time you didn't want to go, but they paid you, so you said you went because they paid better. Or are you stuck on...
Go. Anybody else, I will fight them in the UK. Savannah Marshall don't deserve a rematch in the UK. She lost unanimously. She has 0 belts. Why would I go back over there?
So it's not a question of money for you. This is more a moral, personal thing. Like, you don't deserve for me to go back over there type of thing.
Make money anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get paid over $1 million anyway for the rematch. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The thing is, I'm the undisputed champ 3 times. You want to fight for my belts, you bring your ass here. That's it. Especially her. If I went over there and do it to do it, why is everybody acting like it's a problem with her to come over to America and do it? Y'all not making sense. It ain't even being fair. If I went over there, let's flip it. Earl Spence go over there and fight against Kell Brook for his belts. He lose.
No, you're
No,
right. You're right. You're right.
no. Kell Brook got to come back to America if he want to rematch against Earl Spence. Earl Spence ain't finna go back over to the UK and give him another shot with 20,000, 40,000 fans cheering against him and everything out. No, you got to come to America now. Make
You're
it make
right.
sense.
I mean, it's literally the same thing that Ryan Garcia and DAZN were arguing with Showtime with Tank. Like, if we win, we want the rematch. We want to control the rematch. And basically, that's what you're saying. You've won. You want to control where the rematch takes place and happens. So I do want to ask. Go ahead.
Pick who. I want to pick who runs the network or who do that. That has none. That ain't really that's the least of my worries. It's the fact is that if y'all want to say that I can't sell out in America, let me go ahead and show you. I fought against Hannah Gabriels. As great as she was, nobody knew about her in America. But 400,000 people tuned in to watch this fight. Matter of fact, over 400,000 up on Showtime. And still to this day, that's one of the highest views that a Showtime fighter got, fighting on, I believe he fought on a Friday. So people with all this, first it was, oh, she don't get views. Now I'm getting views. Now it's, oh, she can't sell tickets. All this is just keep the black girl from flourishing. Because once I sell out a venue, everybody who said I can't sell out gonna be salty. Gonna be salty because what else can you say? You listen, you can't say nothing. All you can say is that she the best. The damn fans is coming out to see her fight. She fighting the best, she beating them. Whether I'm knocking them out or beating them unanimously, it don't matter. The fans is coming out. Right now in my career, I'm just like Tyson. People showed up to see Tyson fight and knowing that the fight only gonna last 10, 20 seconds. People showing up because they know that I'm gonna sell the hell out the fight. I'm gonna have a great walkout to the fight, and I'm gonna whoop some ass at the fight. That's why people is coming. Because the quote gonna back up whatever she say. Period.
So, Champ, you've been officially out the ring now 4 months. Do you have a timeline on when you want to solidify your rematch or decide to move on from that? Like, hypothetically, if you can't come to an agreement about her coming here or you going there, are you entitled to do something else?
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be fighting by May 20th. So I don't know who the opponent is gonna be yet. We were in talks with like a few people with Natasha Jonas. We tried to get a fight with Terry Harper, but I guess she wanted to fight against Cecilia Bráchez instead. Not really too many options, to be honest with you, as far as in May. Also too, like I just want to fight in the U.S. So if that's Maricela Cornejo, if that's Raquel Miller, whoever it is, I definitely believe that I deserve to have my fights in the U.S. and I want to prove to everybody right now that I'm the hottest thing popping in women's boxing. And all this talking about this and this, like people watching that documentary 2012 when I was 17 and they're just saying, oh, she don't have any endorsements, she don't have any sponsorships and all this stuff. People forgetting that was 10 years ago. I'm fucking rich. Like I'm rich. I got everything I want. I'm undefeated. I got 13 world titles, 3-time undisputed. All that pity party that they had back then does not have nothing to do with right now. I'm in movies. I have endorsements. I have sponsorships.
Doing your
What
thing,
else?
Champ. You engaged. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And
Champ, I wanted to ask, so you said by May 20th or is like May 20th the date?
By May 20th. So
Okay.
anytime also. But
Okay.
just delay. In my contract with Boxer, it says that I have a fight in between me and Marshall and they will pay me a certain amount for that fight. For some reason, I don't know why they're trying not to do that fight with me all of a sudden and they want to just go straight into a rematch with Marshall. And it's like, no, you guys owe me a fight. And also, if we're being honest, you guys owe Marshall a fight too because her performance getting beat unanimously to the shorter and less knockout fighter, the GOAT, she lost unanimously. If you ask me, it was 8 rounds to 2. And it was 8 rounds to 2 on 2 judges' scorecards and then rounds to 4 on 1. So I wanted to fight easily. If there was any problems I had in the fight, it was that she was 195 pounds the damn night of fight night, and I was 168. But that was the only problem. Any other problem, it really wasn't one, you know. And people have been talking about she hurt my eye. I hurt my eye in sparring leading up to the fight. I sparred 10 rounds. I sparred 17 rounds total with Tony Harrison. I sparred against some other heavyweight tall guys to get ready, and just throughout camp, you know, when you putting in rounds with world class fighters, as in Tony Harrison, you know, we were going at it, and I hit him with a shot, and we were just, I think it was the last round of our 7 rounds, and he hit me with a shot, and that's when I first had experience, like my eye kind of doing a little something, like my vision went out and came back quickly or whatever. So it wasn't that Savannah Marshall just hit so hard to where she made it to where I couldn't see. I had went into the fight already with that injury from having such a hard training camp, because I wanted to make sure that I left no stone unturned. So shout out to Tony Harrison for the work. For
Champ,
sure.
so you said that your contract with Boxer, so I think that's probably why they don't want to come to America, right? Like, have they had a show done here in America? Because Boxer's a promoter, so because they're a promoter based in the UK, they'd probably want to do that fight in the UK. Have they ever done a show in America that you know of?
What are you asking me? You saying have they ever done? So Boxer is actually a new.
They're listed as a promoter online.
Yeah, so they're fairly new, probably about 2 years maybe. So I don't think that they've done a fight here in America, but that's not the problem. This is it. Even for the fight that they have that I'm supposed to fight for a certain amount of money, I will fight that fight in the UK. I'm not fighting against Savannah Marshall in the UK again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If they fighting this in the UK against whoever else, I will gladly go over to the UK and pick up my check and defend my titles. Sure. But I'm not fighting. Savannah Marshall is not, I repeat, is not getting a rematch against me in the UK. You want the belts, Miss Zero Belts? Come get them.
And to be clear, your next fight, you want it to be defending your undisputed 160-pound titles, or because I heard you mention Natasha Jonas. Did she move up? I thought she was 54.
She ain't putting her belts on the line against me. Come on now.
So it would be her moving up.
Yeah, y'all already know this stuff already, though. Because if she put her belts on the line, then I beat her. She go back to 154. Well, if we fight at 54, I make 54. I beat her for her belts. Then what do she have? Now I got 3 belts at 54. All my belts at 160. She has nothing. It's really just a good fight for women's boxing. You got UK versus America again. But if I'm putting my belts on the line, we're not going to fight at 54. We're going to fight at 60. She's not putting her belts up. Because when she loses, she can go back down to 54 and still be champ.
Now,
the belt.
How do you feel about Franchon Cruz offering Savannah Marshall a shot at undisputed at 160? Would you be okay with Savannah fighting?
68.
168, yes. Would you be okay with Savannah fighting Franchon in that in-between fight? Because that does potentially take away your nemesis. Like, that is still your big fight. Even though you beat her, you know, obviously people still want to see it and the network still want to pay for it.
I can't control what Franchon does. I believe that she can also beat Savannah Marshall. Maybe that's the road that Savannah Marshall needs to go. If she want to be shot at undisputed, and maybe she can get Franchon to come over there. But at the end of the day, a fight with me and Franchon again, a second fight, always going to be big. I believe that we should do the fight while we're both undisputed. You know, I believe even when she fight against Savannah Marshall, if that fight happens, when she beats Savannah Marshall, that would be a great time to put on undisputed versus undisputed 168, 160 here in America. I think that we could do that too. You know, just Franchon hasn't had that iconic fight yet that she needs. And I think that could be against Christina Hammer, potentially Shadaysha Green. Because I know that we had a great fight our pro debuts, but I'm behind on whatever she decides to do, And if she need me to come to camp and help her get ready for that fight, I will, because I want all the black girls to win.
Yeah, I was there for y'all fight. That was a hell of a fight.
Speaking of that breakout fight for Franchon, there was heavy rumors of an April 8th date with Hannah Gabriels. It doesn't look like it's come to fruition yet, but what's your thoughts on the potential matchup with Gabriels and Franchon Cruz?
Um, it's really hard to gauge it right now. I think I always roll with Franchon. I want to give Gabriel's more credit, but she hasn't fought in a minute, and
You know
I
she
don't know what.
became champ at heavyweight, right?
Yeah, I didn't see that fight either. I don't know who she. I remember I heard she's supposed to be fighting against Danielle Perkins, who's really a heavyweight woman.
Yeah,
And
that was supposed to happen, and then the Franchon Cruz news started happening.
yeah, I just feel like it's just been news and news and news for him. Then I heard, she's wants to fight me again, and honestly, just to give everybody the backstory, me and my team love to have a rematch with Hannah Gabriels. Of course, I wanted it. She knocked me down the first round, even though I won unanimously there too. But um, my promoter was going to sign Hannah Gabriels and have her fight two fights under me, and they were going to build up our rematch. And Hannah Gabriels decided that wasn't the route she wanted to go. She didn't want to sign with Dimitri. And what promoter is going to, put all that back into a female who is not signed to him? So she went her own way, and then started saying that I didn't want to have a rematch against her. So all these girls be talking all this blah blah blah, when like the truth is, I always give opportunities for these girls to fight me, because I know that I'm going to prepare my best to beat them and win. So I don't like she saying I was ducking her to rematch and all this stuff. Lies. We definitely tried to make it work. Um, and she just didn't want to follow suit.
Uh, Clarissa, could you kind of break down or at least clarify your contract with PFL? How many? Because I know obviously you have that going on, so you'll have to prepare for those fights. So how many boxing fights can we expect this year, and how many PFL fights can we expect this year?
I'm supposed to be fighting twice for PFL. That's actually what I've been spending these last few months doing: jujitsu and wrestling and MMA.
You still going down to New Mexico for that?
No, I got a gym up in Flint that I go to now. It's not
Okay.
in Flint, it's in Plymouth, Michigan, about an hour from Flint. So I've been going there and just honing my skills. And now starting next week, I start going to Chicago with this wrestling coach, and I'll be there a week at a time. So I'll be there for a week doing my wrestling, and then come back home and do my other stuff, and then go back again for a week work on my wrestling, because I'm not supposed to be fighting in the PFL till like November, September, August, somewhere down there.
Okay.
So
Second
I just want to
second
return
half of
back,
the year.
yeah, and win. But I only planned on having one boxing match this year, and that would be before May or whatever. And then I wanted to spend the rest of the year getting ready for MMA, and then start back next year and come out just have like 4 fights next year. But last year I had to put everything with the PFL on hold because Savannah Marshall injured and postponing, and they can't pick a date, and then the Queen died. So I had to really put everything on the back burner just for a fight with Savannah Marshall, someone who I was so called scared of.
Now, let me know if you need any restaurant recommendations in Chicago. That's my city. So, but I wanted also to ask about you've been in the studio. I see putting out some fire.
I seen that. I seen you drop your single.
Yeah, Grow Energy. That was just me just doing a little rap. And I ain't got no fight coming up. They ain't scheduled me nothing. I'm just listening to beats, and I just wanted to do something. I had went to the studio. I actually got 2 more songs I'm about to put out, but I was just doing something. But I definitely enjoyed it, and I got more stuff.
Whose idea was that? Was that something that you've wanted to do, or how did that come about?
Well, really, I'm a singer, to be honest with you. I like to sing, but rapping just kind of fits more of my persona with boxing. The T-Rex, quote, shit talker. That kind of more fits my persona. I think if I was to come out singing, it'd be too different, and people wouldn't be able to put the two together. So I really just did it just to have something to do, to show people that I can do it. And I just really want to be in entertainment. I want to entertain people. So if that's acting, rapping, um, you know, modeling, whatever. I just want to be a part of it. So that's why I did it, and I'm gonna post some more.
Well, look. I know you a Bose athlete, so what you do is you tell Bose to throw you the headphones with the little piece for your next ring walk. You got to come out to your own song. You can't like not. You know what I'm saying?
So we're talking about here. When have you seen another fighter come out and rap themselves out to their own song?
Broner.
Yeah, Broner did have a headset.
Roy Jones as well.
What, rapping, or did they just walk out to it?
No, I think Broner had the headset.
Broner, that's why I told you. I know it can be done. He did that shit like 10 years ago.
I think he had the red and yellow. Yeah. Is that the Maidana fight?
Was it that one?
No,
I know.
That Maidana. No, because Maidana, he came out, I ain't worried about nothing, with French Montana with the white and gold on.
Let me see. Broner.
I remember. I think it's the red and gold that he had that outfit on with the headset.
He came out, I ain't worried about nothing. And that was Maidana.
Champ, how possible is it to like get a Cardi B or a Beyonce to walk you out?
Well, Beyonce's tough.
It'd be my dream to have Beyonce walk me out. I always tell people that, like, Beyonce is just, that's my spirit animal. I love her. I feel like I'm the Beyonce of boxing. I could do whatever weight class. I could box, I could bang, I could be skillful, and then I can just be nice and calm and everything. So I feel like I'm the Beyonce of boxing for sure. And I used to call myself that when I was in the amateurs. But it was Beyonce because my name started with a C. But I know. But freaking, I would love that. I would love for Cardi B to walk me out.
I would love Cardi B.
So I can't find the Broner one, but I did find Roy Jones when he fought Clinton Woods. He had the little headset. That was like 2002.
I know, but you're right. I'm telling you, I remember
Broner did it too. I remember. I followed his career so headset. Close.
And I think Pacquiao. But have you ever seen a women's fight?
Pacquiao.
Yo, Pacquiao. No, Pacquiao did have some songs. You right?
No, I know. Yeah. He did. He loved karaoke too.
So, have you guys ever seen a female do it? I believe that I'll be the first female.
No.
Well, there we go. Breaking records again. That they existed, but there they go.
Champ. So Raquel Miller is 37, right, or 38? 38. You're 11 years younger. If that fight happens, you think age factors in, and you could definitely get a stoppage with her because of the age, or does that not factor in this sport? Obviously, we've seen people like B-Hop and Foreman win titles after 40.
I definitely don't think that it matters what age you are. I think women are pain whores. Sadly, I don't know what it is, but we can take a whole lot of pain, and that's delivering babies, and that's taking punches. And I can attest to that I have a very high pain tolerance. So I think that with her being 37, 38, however old she is, that she has an even higher pain tolerance. So, no, I think that skills pay the bills, and heart play the part. So I would love a fight against her, and if she's ready, she hasn't had the career that I've had, even though she turned pro sooner. But I believe that she can be world champ, at 54. I don't think at 60 because I got all the belts. But she definitely can be world champ in boxing. Just whatever route she decides to take, But I'm not turning down a fight with her. I think that with all the trash talking and the build up between me and her fight, no matter where it take place at in the USA, it's gonna sell out because when you got two black girls who about that action for real, and and the talking is spicy and all this stuff, like, and we're selling the fight, I believe it can do what Savannah Marshall did, but just here in the U.S. If I'm being honest.
Is it too soon to say Shadeja Green is better than Ann Wolf?
Who said that?
I'm asking you.
But
Is
I
it too
don't. But
soon to say it?
who says that?
Well, I'm definitely saying it. I think she's better. Um, I've been in the gym with her. I know her for like 5 years. So I've seen her spar men, and I
Am I
knew I knew
better than
that
him?
was gonna happen. I bet the knockout. I knew that was gonna happen.
Am I
She
better?
hits hard. Say what? I didn't hear you.
Am I better than Ann Wolf?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
And I ain't knocking people out. So you saying that because Shadeja Green, I think her record is 10-0 with 8 knockouts. Am I right?
Uh,
11.
12 with 11.
Okay, 12-11 knockouts. So you saying because she got 11 KOs that she's better than Ann Wolf?
I think technically you can like for instance, remember there was a time where Crawford wasn't getting all the credit he deserved, but people that were giving him credit would say it's the eye test. I think absolutely if you know boxing, you can look at Shadeja Green and see how she throws her punches. Technically, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of women in boxing that can throw a double left hook like her. Obviously, you can, but there's not a lot of women doing that. That's like a Mexican, Puerto
I
Rican
don't.
move.
The thing is, I'm not discrediting Shadeja. She was great sparring for me when I was in the amateurs, and we were even room together, and we were actually very, very close once upon a time. So her skills are there. I think she lacked experience,
Mm.
but she's gaining that. But for I don't feel like she's better than Ann Wolf right now. Not yet. When she wins some titles and things, then my view of that will change. Ann Wolf was a world champion. Ann Wolf pulled cars, and Ann Wolf punched bags while she ran punching them up on the truck. Like she was different. Um, I don't think Shadeja is as ferocious as Ann Wolf. Now, do she got better skills? Probably, but I don't see her right now. Like right now, saying she's better than Ann Wolf. But I can say she's getting there. She's better than
No,
Layla.
she definitely ain't say that. That's just been me saying that, and only because Ann was a puncher, but she wasn't as technically skilled. That's like, man, Shadeja, you see how she was catching and shooting with Seta Roos, and then just bam, 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 just giving her what she deserved.
Seta Roos is a very green fighter.
I mean, she was a unified champ.
Absolutely, but we can agree she's green. She plays soccer. Um, Even French Allen was hitting her with wicked shots. Like I said, women are just paint whores. Period. But on that, but even Shadeja, I mean not Shadeja, but Ellen Sederos and her team were supposed to fight me after she beat um Alicia Napoleon. She's supposed to fight me, and her coach and her just was like, no, we're not nowhere near skilled enough or ready to get inside the ring with you. But she was unified champion at the time. She had knocked down Alicia Napoleon because that was supposed to be my first fight at the Madison Square Garden. When we fought on the same card, Alicia Napoleon was supposed to win. This is all on Showtime, and I beat, I believe, was it Hammer? Who did I fight?
Hammer.
Yeah, so it was when I beat Hammer, and she beat Ellen. Me and her meet up at Madison Square Garden next and fight. That's supposed to be my first fight there. So I didn't get the opportunity because Ellen didn't want to fight against me, and Alicia Napoleon, who has some fan base up in New York, she lost. So that's how
Champ,
that went. So that's why I
champ,
was
you had cut out a little
fight
bit.
against Ellen.
I'm sorry, you had cut out a
Oh
little bit. I just wanted to make sure you said she wasn't better. Shadeja wasn't better to you than Ann Wolf right now, but you said she better than Layla.
She did say that.
yeah.
Okay.
So did
She
it cut out when I said that? Yeah,
I just
she
wanted
is.
to
To
make
me,
sure. I just want to make sure.
me, skill wise, she is. I've been in the ring with Shadesha, and when I was in the ring with her at the time, she was the most skilled woman I had been in the ring with, and I had been boxing for. We sparred probably when I was about 21, I believe. So I've been boxing for 10 years. Time I had won the Olympics, and getting inside the ring with her was like, dang, she's very, very skilled. And that was the first woman that I fought that was like that. That had skills and had counters and was very sharp and stuff. So I give Shadesha credit, absolutely. You know, and like I said, we were friends once upon a time,
What
and she know why.
happened? What
She
happened?
know why we
What
not friends no
happened?
more.
Is it a Franchon thing? Because she said y'all was all friends, and then her and Franchon obviously had whatever they had. She never told me that y'all
No,
not friends. She
no,
never
bro,
even mentioned that y'all not friends.
we are not friends. I I respect her, but she knows she was wrong though. I'm and this what it is, and I also told Kendall Hart the same thing because he reached out to me. Um, I was getting ready for the fight with
Oh,
Christina.
I know, I know, I know,
Right.
I know. She just talked about it on the show and said that she believes that's the reason why you don't talk to her because she went to the Christina Hammer camp.
Why would you do that?
Money, champ, especially in women's boxing,
I
they
could have paid her.
paying you.
No,
But
I could have paid her money.
I
You could have
told her,
came.
I told her the same. I said you should have called her, but I understand. And Shadeja came up tough. Like her fights in Mexico, she ain't got the money to pay for them fights. She had to sign to a small manager, so you gotta understand the spawn partner money, champ. You like you said, I'm rich. When you coming up in women's boxing, it's tough.
No, I've always had some money. Shadesha, I reached out to her plenty of camps before I fought against Christina Hammer. Before I fought against Christina Hammer. Hey champ, can you come out? I'll get you a car. I'll get you I pay some money. Whatever you need for us to get you out here to come spar with me and get me ready for these fights because I've always just wanted to improve. So you gotta have sparring partners to help you do that. She could never do it. But then all of a sudden, like she didn't even tell me either. I'm just on Instagram one day and I see her post a picture of her sparring against Christina Hammer. Getting Christina Hammer ready for me. No. I'm look, I'm fighting for the undisputed championship. I take it very, very, very personal. So if you're a friend, you don't do that. Franchon would never. Franchon would never help a girl get ready to fight against me. And I would never help a girl get ready to fight against Franchon. Rather me and her got to fight in the future or not, that's my dog. We locked in. That's my sister. But she done went over to help Christina Hammer and think I'm going to be cool with it. No, I'm not. But you know what? I just looked at it as, you know what? And there's other stuff too. She came to my fight when I fought against, I believe Hannah Gabriels. She was still signed with Sean Porter dad. She didn't even tell me she came to the fight. So it's just a whole lot of stuff that I'm like, dang, she's scoping or whatever she doing, but it's something that friends don't do. And I just like, at the end of the day, I don't mind fighting a friend, giving a friend the opportunity to fight and us, fighting against each other. But to be sneaky with it and doing stuff like that, I just don't respect it. And that's where I'm at with it. So I seen her when I was at the Serrano versus whoever the girl she fought against fight. I seen her.
Cruz.
Yeah, I know. It's Amanda Serrano versus who?
Cruz.
Was it Erica Cruz?
Erica Hernandez Cruz.
Yeah, so I was there for that fight. And I seen her and I want to tell her congrats. But she was right there just staring, looking at me. She ain't speak, so I ain't speak because I ain't supposed to be speaking first, no way. Especially and she know that she crossed me, if we being honest. And
You know what? She did admit on the show that she was wrong. Like she said it, but obviously I guess it took time for her to realize what she did wrong. And maybe that's why she ain't say nothing to you at the fight, because she knows she wrong and she don't know how you gonna react. But if you want, I make that connection. Ain't no need for y'all to be not friends. Like you said, you want to see every black girl in boxing win.
I am cordial with anybody, but I'm not. I can't call her no friend.
I mean, I'm sure y'all could get past that.
No, I'm a big Pisces energy. You only gotta cross me one time. You ain't gotta cross me twice. You don't even get that chance. I'm good on that. I wish her the best of luck and everything, but no, she could have been reached out to me. I reached out to her.
So does that make her your new nemesis then? Like, but I know
No,
you already picking Franchon to beat her, but if she beats Franchon, that becomes your new nemesis now.
that's okay.
No, do you agree though?
If she beat Franchon, she's a world title holder. The next biggest fight is undisputed versus undisputed. Sure, but nothing personally makes her my nemesis. We just ain't cool. But if she ever spoke to me or anything, I'd be cordial. Hey, girl, how you doing? Congrats, you know. But no,
You wouldn't do
I don't
that with Savannah, right? Like if Savannah's like, "Hey, girl," you wouldn't.
fuck. No, Savannah Marshall. I don't like her at all.
She
No,
can't.
Zero.
You
no,
can't,
and the reason
y'all can't go get your nails
Yo.
done. You in Savannah, go get a little mani pedi. Damn.
So
champ.
now we could gauge kind of the energy.
Yeah,
now we know.
yeah. So Savannah's still the nemesis for sure.
For sure.
Oh man. All right. I got a couple from the people and I'll let you go. I know we've had you for so long. Ruin the 504 New Orleans, he says, what has to happen in women's boxing for it to gain more relevancy?
Well, if I'm being honest, a lot of women fighters aren't putting themselves out there enough. Like it's kind of a secret, like what these girls do in their real lives. Like are they married? Do they have kids? What do they wear? You know, their social media following. That stuff is interesting to people. And if you keep it a secret and you just a woman fighter, some people can't really what is it?
Relate.
Yeah, they can't relate to you. So I think that's what a lot of women fighters need to do. And then we already putting on the best fights, the best versus the best. Keep doing that. And just getting better. Enhancing our skills and just building fights better. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why me and Marshall fight did so well, and Michaela and Alicia Baumgartner did so well. Like the shit talking was off the roof. I actually feel like Michaela and Alicia was doing it better than me. And I remember it was a time that Michaela was like, I would never trash talk like you. I would never. And I was like, you gonna see.
That's because it was genuine dislike. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way you had it with Marshall was genuine dislike between both of them.
Yeah, I don't know where that dislike came from between them, but it was deep. But she still was just saying,
deep. It's deep for sure. All we did was pick Baumgartner, and Michaela said she ain't rocking with us no more. I'm like, damn, champ, I was with you when you was 0-0. Like, sheesh.
Oh man.
See, the thing is, when something is the center of your life, as in boxing, and you got a big fight coming up, and this girl actually got a chance to maybe compete with you, and you got folks that rock with you. Now they picking the other side. It do bother you. I'm just gonna be honest, and I'm definitely with Michaela on that. You know, so if you seen up in the lead up to their fight, I always let it be known that, hey, Michaela's my sister. I'm picking her to win, and I gave my reasons, but because I really thought that she could. But if I would have said, oh, Alicia Baumgartner, I don't think that me and Michaela would be cool right now, because it's like this is the biggest moment of my life, and I need my support to support me.
But champ, look at what you saying, and yet Alicia ain't feel that way. Y'all was just looking cute at the fights. Fuck.
No, I am as real as they come. I had a talk with Alicia Baumgartner. I did my camp at the same gym as Alicia did her camp at Superbad Gym, while we were both leading up to our fights with Michaela and Savannah. So me and Alicia went out to eat, and we actually talked. And she just said, and listen, Alicia will tell you, I told her, I think Michaela's going to win. And she said, I'm going to prove you wrong. That's two women to agree to disagree, face to face, woman to woman, heart to heart. That's real. And I let her know I'm not going to get in your way of your training because we at the same gym. Tell me what time you train. I won't be there when you spar. I won't be there when you work out. Because I don't want you, because Michaela is my Olympic sister. I don't want you, this
Think
is the
that she's
biggest
spying, yeah.
I don't want to think I'm spying on you. I don't want to interfere with your training. I don't want you feeling like you can't hit the pass how you need to because I'm there. Nothing. I stayed out the way. I let them two girls beef, say whatever they wanted to each other, and I focused on my fight with Marshall. And like I said, I had let both of them know I was Team Michaela. The way that when I showed Alicia love after the fight, that was genuine. Cause I was like, girl, listen, I didn't know she had it like that. I'm being man. I didn't know.
Champ, well, that's what happened. Look, because y'all was training at different times. I went to Detroit. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there. They was fixing the roof. I was there, and I seen her. And that's why I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. This is the way I'm. And just like you, yo, I like to tell the truth. So it was like when I told them, bet Clarissa and Alicia, parlay that, I ain't lie. We came the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
But I get what you're saying because I've been in this business 12 years and I've stopped picking. You know, I'm betting now, so my pick gets out, but I stopped picking because I went through it with Keith and Sean. You know, Keith and Sean, when they had the fight and I had to pick, that, you know, people don't like it, so you learn. We got a few more, champ. New York Bullet says, what's up, champ? You being the GOAT, do you have a top 4 after you, current or past blessings? So I guess your top favorite or your top 4 other GOATs? I don't know. I could read it one more time.
We got Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Alicia Baumgartner, and he said only 4. Franchon Cruz, really, who I see. I'm trying to think of anybody else. Shadesha up there.
Oh, wow, okay. I got Brandon in Houston says, hey, GOAT, thanks for coming on. Walk us through the Mariciela Cornejo almost stepping in for Savannah Marshall, that first trip to the UK. Yeah, we did have Mariciela Cornejo on, and she said she was on call.
Yeah, listen, I am a woman of my word, yo. I'm like, I really felt like Savannah Marshall knew deep down in her heart that she could not beat me. I really felt she was using the fight as clout to build herself up because she did not have a fan base. And they were using me to build her up. So I'm like, I'm not about to spend all this time in camp and training. And listen, if she pulls up the fight last minute due to not making weight, due to being sick, anything, I'm still fighting. So I told my team, you guys fucking have somebody over there on standby ready to scrap.
Damn, that's some bullshit.
So I thank Maricela for even taking that up, you know, and really being on call and ready to come to the UK and actually step in if a need be, because I'm just not letting my career be on hold for nobody. And I already had put most of the year on hold for Savannah, and she had got injured, and then she postponements, and then the Queen, all this stuff. I'm like, no, bro. Whatever happens after these months, I better fucking fight somebody. So that's what that was. And you know, all the narratives that I was scared of Marshall, man, that was all cap. I don't know where that came from or why it even. I don't know.
Champ, did it ever creep in your head? Well, maybe she do got power because they kept building her up as this puncher, or did you never believe in her power?
Man, come on now. Let's be real. It's your job to build those kind of stories. It ain't my job to believe them. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I look at facts. Let's go back and look on BoxRec and look at the girls she fought. She fighting girls who are 147 pounders, bringing on a 168, and then she rehydrating to 190. Them girls don't stand a fucking chance. What are we talking? And then you fight them 3 days notice, a week's notice. Like, no, of course you're gonna knock them out. So I never bought the whole facade of none of that.
Champ. Me either.
Nah, it wasn't like she had. If she would have had all those knockouts and she knocking out world champs, maybe I would have felt a little different. Like, damn, she putting world champs out. But when you fighting girls 3 days notice, a week's notice, and they fighting at 147, her and April Hunter have a similar opponent who fought at 135. Y'all bringing that girl up to 168. Nah, bro.
Terrible.
She ain't no knockout artist. I'm like, that's just all smoke and mirrors. But that's why she was doing all this. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna knock you out and pillow fist. She wanted me to not believe in my power. But baby, when you benching 185 as a woman, you better fucking believe in your strength. So I believed in my strength, and I knew that I was gonna be hard for her to beat, hard for her to hurt.
Hold on, champ. You repping 185 or you maxing out?
Maxing out at 185, but I'm about to be real soon.
Okay. Okay. And that's your fiance, right? Your strength and conditioning coach as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Champ, I wanted to ask, we can't.
Well, since you brought him up.
Oh, go ahead.
And earlier in this interview, you mentioned the girls don't put themselves out there enough. I do appreciate that you give us a lot more other than your fights. And I thought that was amazing that you bought him the same truck. That's the same truck Boots got too, right?
Like that TRX.
That was dope of you.
Yeah.
That who got?
Boots Ennis. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he got a TRX.
He got that truck. That's why when I seen, I'm like, oh wow, she got him the big truck.
TR2. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying X something.
No, ain't that
Well, he's saying the name of the truck. I just seen, and it looks very similar to Boots' truck. So I was just appreciating the moment. You know, I think that was an amazing gesture for you to do.
We living in the times now where in relationships everybody's sneaking and geeking and everybody just got multiple partners and nobody really believe in marriage no more. Regardless of
90 seconds.
how I'm portrayed, I believe in marriage and I do want to have a family. And when you love somebody, gifts like that don't really matter. It doesn't matter how much. It's really about just making your partner happy. So that's why I did that, and I don't mind showing the world how much I love my fiance.
Now, how was that? Like, did you go pick it out and everything and truly surprise him? Or, like, did he know, did he already want that car and you just popped up with it? Like, or was that, like, out the blue?
It was out the blue. It was Christmas. He kept saying he wanted a truck. And I just surprised him. I went and looked at trucks and drove some of them. And when I got in, when I seen that Big Daddy, I said, "Oh, this is the one. This is the one for my man." And that's the one that I got. And I did surprise him. And it was such a surprise that he was damn near thinking I was cheating. I was being so secretive. He like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm at Walmart." He texts an hour later, "Where you at?" I'm at Walmart. He like, you ain't in no goddamn Walmart." So finally pulled up to the restaurant and he looked at me and then I sat down and he like, I'm gonna ask you the fuck again. Where was you at? I said, I was at Walmart, and I kind of smirked, turned my head. He said, you lying. You lying. What is you lying for? He like, bro, you done did. Like, he was really mad. So we went outside and we walked over there to his truck. And mind you, it was freezing. I was like, here, bro, Merry Christmas. And he just was like, no. Yes, this is why I had to be so damn secretive and why I had to be telling you I'm at Walmart. I really couldn't think of nothing else to say where I was at.
That is funny. I'm glad I asked. I did cut you off, Danny.
Damn, what the?
You forgot why you
No. Yes, because you was a huge advocate. Just wanted to ask about the water situation in Flint. And what's the current status out there?
The water crisis is still existing in Flint. They haven't fixed all the pipes yet. That's what they have to do. They have to go under all these houses, change the pipes, and then put new pipes in. And we already have a new water source. So that's what they have to do. Hasn't been done yet. It's getting done by little by little. So right now, if anybody want to send pallets of water to Flint, it's always needed. And we're actually going to start doing our water giveaway sometime next month to where they can come and pick up water once a week from the gym or from wherever I'm giving our water at. But yeah, I have a 501c3 now. So the Shields Community Outreach Corporation. So anybody who
Okay.
want to write a check, I can actually go to that. You want to send a donation, we on Cash App to SCOC 2023. You can send money there and put in the notes what it's for, and we make sure that the money goes to that. If it's for the water, if it's for the kids boxing program, if it's for the Christmas or turkey giveaways, if you want to send any donation, you can send it to Shields Community Outreach Corporation.
Wow. So you started a nonprofit.
Yeah. Yep.
Amazing. I have Brandon. It says, "Can you play matchmaker and give us 3 fights you would want on Shields versus Marshall 2 undercard?" Oh, I like
Oh.
that. Who you putting on, champ?
I gotta say I want to see Alicia Baumgartner versus Michaela Mayer too.
Mm.
Who you got
If
in
I
the rematch?
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
I'm just saying she picked for the first one. Why wouldn't she pick for the rematch?
It's too soon. We can't pick that yet. Wait till fight week, champ.
And the thing is, once again, I'm gonna stay out the way out of it. So even if I do have a pick, I can't say it out loud. So yeah, nope. That's just
Keep
between
it
them.
to yourself, champ. Keep it to
Yeah,
yourself.
but
So you got them on the card. 2 more fights.
if not Alicia Baumgartner versus Katie Taylor.
Mm.
That get another fight. Should nope. Frenton Cruz versus Christina Hammer.
Mm.
It almost sounded like she was about to say
You
Shadeja.
was about to say
But
Shadeja.
I was, but I thought about you like, no, I actually want to see right
Well,
now.
you can put one more fight because you got Baumgartner versus Katie Taylor or Michaela Mayer. Then you got Franchon versus
Christina.
So you missing one more fight because it's 3 under your undercard.
Pay-per-view.
Green versus Savannah Marshall.
I do want that. Battle of the punches. We got Bougie and Broward. He says, "What's good, Guo? Thank you for blessing us with your presence. You beyond great in and out the ring. It's nothing you can't do. I got you beating all these girls, even Shadeja. And I F with your song, Guo Talk. Keep up the great work, champ. You a big motivation to the girls back at the gym. Florida loves you." 2 heart emojis, 2 fire emojis. So no question, just a statement.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
I got Brandon. It says, "You and Jake Paul have gone back and forth in the past, but if he were to reach out to you for you to join Most Valuable Promotions at this point, would you consider it?"
It depends on what the game plan is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jake Paul also just signed to the PFL, so we're actually, partners in that. So we're both signed to the PFL now, and but I mean, it just depends on what the game plan is. Like his game plan for me may be different from my game plan, for me. So I don't know, but we can always talk when there's dollars involved. I ain't turned down no opportunities.
Has your opinion of him changed because of all that you've seen he's done as a promoter, or no?
What was my perception of that? I wouldn't fight on the undercard of him, or that
Yeah, that you
he
wouldn't. I mean, it just seemed like you guys didn't get along. You said you would never fight on his undercard. You said you would beat him up too. Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
know, and he goes at you. You guys, it wasn't never like
no,
cool.
no. I always need to understand this. This would be my problem with people. Okay, so I said I would never fight on the undercard of him. What did he say?
I don't remember.
Right, because everybody only pay attention to what the quotes say. But I said I would never fight on the undercard of him, and I was actually praising Amanda Serrano, saying he should be fighting on the undercard of her. That's how that conversation got started. So now that we off that, let's move forward. Now we're off that. I fought against Abigail Montez in MMA. I lost, split decision. He's never congratulated me on winning any of my fights, titles, no nothing. He decides to get on Twitter and say Carmen's a bitch, she lost her fight, blah, 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 but never has congratulated me. So now, yes, I'm going to spit facts and let him know you are not a skilled fighter. Have you gotten better? Sure, but you're not a skilled fighter. And if you ever grace the ring with me, I will show you that, because I am a big woman. I can get up to 185 pounds, and I will show him that he may be a man, You may be a little bit stronger, but when it comes to these skills, you gotta hit me. And I can tell you, he won't land a goddamn thing on me. So that's how that started. He said that about Abigail Montez and came at me, and I came back at him about his boxing skills and his selection of opponents. And then it kind of went back and forth from there. But once again, everybody only to what I say, but no one tells him he was mad disrespectful for coming at me, losing in an MMA fight, and saying that solidified Serrano as the GOAT. Like, I'm the fucking GOAT in boxing. I ain't never say I was the GOAT in MMA. Only got 2 fights there. Only have been doing it for 6 months. And here he is coming at me, but has never given me credit on my boxing career. My outstanding boxing career. So that's where my respect for him was lost at. And that's why we were butting heads. But I seen somewhere he said he wanted to be cool. So
Are you tuning into his fight this weekend?
And who you picking?
Strangely, I seen Tommy Fury fight in person in Dubai.
Against
And
Anthony Taylor, right?
I can't remember who it was against, but it was a black guy. And I had never seen him fight before. But I had expected to see something totally different with him being a Fury and all. Now
They're only half brothers, for the record.
Yo, why you?
I'm
I
just
don't even
saying.
know. I don't know, but that's because you ain't gotta have. Like that doesn't like that's not a real thing, bro.
No,
That's
I'm
not
just saying, bro.
like-
They're not. They don't have They don't have the same blood pumping through them.
They do.
But half.
The father.
Half. Yeah, the father's blood. I'm just saying.
I never understood that, man. My brother's my brother.
Yeah, my brothers are my brothers. I'm just saying, champ.
That's weird. I have brother. I don't.
he was definitely tripping. But now that I've seen Jake Paul fight too, I can say that I think Jake Paul is gonna beat Tommy Fury.
Decision, or you think he stops him?
I think decision. I think he's 30. Tommy Fury's 30. But I just was like, I don't know if it was just a bad fight or a bad matchup, but I just did not see what I thought I was going to see. I thought I was about to see like a little smaller Tyson Fury in there, and that was yeah. So even though Jake Paul picked Marshall to beat me, I choose him to beat Tommy Fury. I actually think he's improved in that he can beat him. Yeah.
And the last one is from Huntsville, Alabama. James Benitez says, when are you gonna get you a guest star role on BMF? You and Alicia Baumgardner need to get your cameos.
I know a lot of BMF cast. Mike Merle, Cash Dow. I know a couple other people that's on there too. I don't know. I would love to do it. I don't know what would be my scene. Maybe I can show some girls how to box or something on there, or maybe teach what's her name? Lala, she's on there. I can probably, get her getting beat up by her boyfriend in the damn BMF. Take her to the gym or something.
Right.
But I don't know.
Well, champ, that is all our questions. We want to thank you, obviously, for coming on the show. It's been a fantastic interview. You've answered everything, and you gave us some great insight. We look forward to May 20th or before. If you want to give out your social media, please do.
Yeah, I only have one question for you. So I saw an interview where you were with Sean Porter. Or was it with the guy you are now?
Oh my God! No, I know what you're talking about
Oh,
because I see.
yeah. on the island, right?
Yo, it wasn't my question. It wasn't. I just answered it truthfully.
It was your answer. So, I think the question was, you can get any island and you had to pick 2 fighters to help you to survive. You said myself, and then you said Alicia Baumgardner. It's not what you said. It's how
I said it.
So what do you mean by that?
What you mean? That my mind is telling what I think I sang it. I sang it, so it was like my body. Yeah, so my mind is telling me you. Obviously, like you said, you a bigger woman, so you can get up to some weight and help me beat some men up if we need to. But I'm also, you know, my mind is also pulling me towards Bumgarner, the newly undisputed fighter that could really fight.
No, you trying to clean it up. You said my mind is telling me.
Yeah, I said my mind is telling me you. My mind is telling me you because my brain is thinking and like you the bigger fighter.
And my body is telling me Baumgartner.
Because if I'm gonna be on an island alone, I might as well, be with somebody I'm attracted to too and can fight. I'm not saying I'm not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? You got me in a tough spot here, champ. We're not supposed to be talking about this. You know what I'm saying? This was supposed to be for internet only.
So because when I seen it to her. I said, "Man, these dudes is crazy," and we bust. But this isn't the first time that a boxer, has said that they wanted to, if they got stuck on an island and they were stranded for a month or 3 months, who they want to spend with. Anthony Joshua also picked me also. And he didn't pick nobody.
Champ, you the best of both worlds, you know. You can fight. You if you go back and watch the playback, people have been loving the way that you articulate yourself. You're an amazing speaker, you know. And you know, you're the GOAT. Look at you, you know what I'm saying? So you're doing your thing. I can see why AJ would pick you.
It was funny. I just wanted to ask you that just to pull your chain, though. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Appreciate it. Tell your husband it was all fun and games.
Fiance, but yes, he know that.
I'm sure he gonna make sure that happen. That's why I just go ahead and skip the fiance. Did you pick a date?
It's supposed to be 5/24/24, but with so much going on and stuff, I just haven't been able to.
Wait, who's the Gemini? Why the 24? Why May 24th? Who's the Gemini?
Nobody's a Gemini.
Just the date.
Well, 5/24 falls on a Friday. We can go straight from our, wedding to the weekend, honeymoon, and then whatever else, But having a wedding on like a Monday, Tuesday throughout the week just didn't make sense to me. So I want to get married on a Friday or a Saturday, and then go straight to our honeymoon.
Are you thinking destination wedding, or are you doing something, at home?
I want to do something that's close to home, like a big venue, but I just haven't been able to really plan that stuff yet.
Last one, since we on it. Are you getting a bride's like a wedding planner, or are you planning it yourself?
I'm gonna get a wedding planner.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna get a wedding
That's
planner.
a lot of stress, man. That is it's a lot of details, and
You married?
I am engaged like you, but I have been married, so I've been through all that, and yes, but now I'm newly engaged. Just actually popped the question not too long ago.
Congratulations. I'm happy she said yes.
He actually said, she said she happy she said yes. He actually said that seeing your video inspired him to get
that's
it
not true.
get the ball going.
No, that's not true. It was just time. She, you see all these posts on Instagram about having a good woman and making your life better, and it's like, it's true. If you got a solid woman behind you, there's nothing you can't do. It was just time to take off that market.
A woman can get you through doors that you can't get yourself through, for sure. A woman can get through so many doors just because she's a woman and people don't see her as much of a threat. Like, a man needs a power woman behind him who's going to help him go out there and get it. 100% agreed. 100%.
Well, Quote, once again, we thank you and look forward to having you back on.
Okay, for sure. Much love, you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The undisputed champ of the world, Clarissa the GOAT Shields. That was an amazing interview. That's, I love that type of personality. Like, even with the Shadeja thing, she said, like, if she comes up to her, she'll be able to talk to her and keep it cordial. The way that she handled the Bumgarner Michaela Mayer situation, you can just tell that she's class with a really amazing personality. And like so many of you said in the chat, bro, she articulates so well. Like, she gets her point across. There's no helping her. You don't need to help her. She knows what she wants to say and how she wants to say it. And I think that was just awesome. Let me see if we got any callers. If not, we're going to wrap it up. But let's see. Can you check the super chats, Champy?
Yes, we do have some super chats. Let me get to those.
Shout out to everybody. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We also need about 150 more people to get to our next goal of 164,000, 65,000. So, yeah, we need about 150 more subscribers. So, yeah, if you want to help us get there, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you have already subscribed, then, just grab another device in the household
So we got
and make sure you are subscribed.
Did you read any at all today?
No.
Optimus Prime $10 super chat said if we keep Fat Joe away from Edgar, he might have a chance.
Damn, you blaming Joe?
$2 from the Smoking Nick says I grew up with Danny in Brownsville.
Okay, Danny Jacobs, not Danny Ringwald.
No, I ain't from Brownsville. New York Bullet, $5 super chat, torn between both being from New York and Puerto Rico, but pulling for Berlanga. Definitely a tough fight and a good fight for both. $2 from Jonathan says number one Canelo hater and biased as fuck. Okay.
Yo, Clarissa is the GOAT for real. She brought that shit up to
What?
put me on the spot. That was hilarious.
What?
I'm just thinking that she really brought that shit up.
Oh, yeah. No Cable TV, $5 says people don't understand people like Clarissa are born once every other 100 years. You could have just said every 200 years instead of once every other 100. Kenichi with the $5 says we have to get the GWOAT some headphones for her next camp and travel. We will be the sponsor also.
Damn,
As
ballin'.
great
We
as
got
that
you.
would be, well, she already got a headphone sponsor.
Really?
Bose.
Oh.
She's a Bose athlete.
Ooh.
That's why I said you need to get Bose to get you the little mouthpiece, the little piece, so she could come out performing her own song to her next fight. And then the 2-pounder from Big Matthew says, "Why you not fighting Shadeja Green?"
I mean, she answered that.
And guys, for those asking questions via Super Chat, you got to ask them on Patreon if you'd like your question to be asked during our interviews.
Yeah.
But if we don't have any callers,
we do not. Next
Ringwalk-
GTO.
Sorry.
Actually, someone jumped in. JP LV. What up? JP. There you go. What up? You got to unmute.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the interview. It was an amazing interview. Shit, I'm in love. I'll tell you that. I'm in love with her. So, but I just don't know how we get women's boxing or any women's sport in general to be mainstream here in the United States. I'll just keep it here because I don't have faith in us as men. And I just don't know how that works. They're already fighting the best. They're giving us great fights every time, and they fighting like dogs. But I always go back to the one comparison. For us to watch women's football, dude, they got to play in bikinis with G-strings on and shit. You know, and that's how you would get a man to watch women play football. So I don't know. I'm not exactly hopeful for but I'm definitely supporting the movement. Big time fan of Clarissa, man. She wins me over. I know there's gonna be a lot of haters because I think a lot of men's own insecurity. They hate seeing a woman speak that sternly or directly, whatever.
Confidently.
Yeah, they don't like it. It rubs them the wrong way, and there could
They
be,
want women to be feminine. That she's, and she's being too aggressive. So they might not.
Miss America.
They might not. They might not relate.
Pageant.
No, you're right. I love it. I love her attitude and personality.
She ain't winning the Miss America pageant, dog. She a fighter. So, but that goes back into the narrative of shit. We want them to be soft, sexy, and soft spoken, and kick a bunch of ass. Like we want everything out of them. So, I don't know, man. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm definitely in support. I'm in support of it all, man. Big fan. I'm in love. That's my call.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
And if that is everybody.
Nah, we got Stainless. I'm just trying to see. Ruin the 504 tagged me here, but I'm not understanding what was this. Maybe this a new way to share, and he's just figuring it out. But Stainless, what up?
Yo, what up? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, man, I'm on board with JP. I've been on that train, man, for a long time. Clarissa Shields, outside of Dylan, she's the only real fighter that's on my pound for pound list. She
Who's
talk
Dylon?
that shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's Dylan, and Clarissa Shields, man. That's my pound for pound list. You ask anybody, they'll tell you the same. You know what I'm saying? She backed that shit up. You know what I'm saying? She's undisputed in 3 different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 different weight classes, undisputed twice in 1 weight class. Went against her biggest rival, the only person she's ever lost to and gave her a name in pro boxing. Ain't scared to fight anybody. Always talks about I'll fight whoever and does that, man. And it's in the support of a women boxing. I don't think that women's boxing is at a point where it's like a pay-per-view thing, but
Make it
Clarissa,
happen, man.
even Michaela Mayer, Bumgardner, Katie Taylor, Serrano, even Savannah Marshall, Shadesha Green. These women are going to be the forefathers or the foremothers, so to speak, of that. So I say they just keep doing what they doing, giving us exciting fights against great competition, and women's boxing will elevate to that. I mean, we remember when Christy Martin fought, you know what I'm saying, and everybody thought that it was just what I'm saying, gonna be a dog and pony show. And it turned out to be a good fight, man. We came up and saw, me and you, Ness, we came up in the era of Layla Ali, you know what I'm saying, and Ann Wolf. So we've got to see those fighters, and that's all it's doing is progression. So, my hat's off to Clarissa Shields for constantly, you know what I'm saying, being what I'm saying, not just the trendsetter in women's boxing, but being the advocate that she is outside the ring for Flint and the water situation there too. You know what I'm saying? And young women, if you watch that T-Rex documentary she's talking about, she's been an advocate for that as well, man. So shouts out to her for what she do and outside the ring. But as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you was paying all that money in your super chat and didn't get your question asked, that's because you ain't on Patreon and you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Yo, my flight land tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all fellas
Let's
then.
go. Popping big blunts.
What
Ness,
up?
Ness, what up? What
What
up?
up? What up?
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. And all of y'all people on here that just was listening to that shit that ain't subscribed, come on, man, help him hit that goal he trying to reach, man. Stop procrastinating and shit. But hey, man, yo, shout out for getting Clarissa on there and shit. I feel like that girl good in every way. She ain't losing. She beat up her rival. Last year we was sitting here waiting for dates, and they left us with no Christmas presents under the tree like that one trainer said and shit. But the ladies didn't. They showed us everything the fuck they needed to prove, and they ain't make no excuses, no A side, B side, none of that shit. So shout out to Clarissa and all the women that was doing that shit. And as far as all these ticket sales and all this shit that people talking about, keep doing what the fuck you doing already, because y'all went across seas, y'all had a packed ass house, all these women undisputed and shit. So y'all making records while Clarissa just keep getting more belts and undisputed and all of this shit. So as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the ticket sales and all that shit, our American viewers, y'all motherfuckers suck. Because over there in UK and them, they motherfucking love those girls. They packing up those houses and they toning in. But y'all niggas, y'all talking about some bikinis and all this rolling in mud shit, man. Y'all people need to like boxing, respect what people doing, and give them what's theirs and shit. Because, man, this girl doing everything that y'all wish y'all favorite fighters would do. Them little fish drops and all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, shout out to the girls for doing shit that the men were scared to do. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, Ness, for getting her on there. And sorry she had to ask you that awkward question to put you on the spot, man. Whoever you decide to stay with, that's your choice. But that's all I got, man.
Yo, it's crazy. That was funny though. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. I think this is the perfect video, Danny. Or did we take it down? Let me see who's next. Looking like that is everyone. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one, 12 o'clock. West Coast time. I don't even know what we talking about. So if you want to send me topic recommendations, do so.
Bring walk Danny Nuts GTO, the boxing voice. Arriba Dirch. Catch us in 2.5 hours. We out.
Peace.